And we are live. What's up, guys? Been a little bit since I've seen you guys.
It's been a week, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been a long week.
Yeah. I bet it has been a long week for you. So it was a long week into another long week.
And I will say this week was not as long as a week as the week before, I guess. It would be. I slept better, I think. Except for the day I didn't really sleep. I don't know.
I did none of those things.
Oh.
You didn't do any sleeping?
No. I've slept more in the last 2 days than I did the last 2 weeks. So,
Gentlemen.
There he goes.
Nice shirt.
I was going to wear that shirt. I forgot.
I didn't think about that.
I wouldn't go that far.
But
yeah, here.
Totally could have wore that shirt.
Happiest guy right now. We're trying to wrap up some information, on the guys that we're doing the build, bud. But here about 8:45, 9 o'clock, we'll be, letting some other people in if you want to join them. But yeah, I should have worn my shirt. I wore it to the car show though, and hadn't washed it since. So.
It still feels like I'm just home on vacation, and like I said,
you're
keeps dumping fucking projects on me.
Oh yeah, you're retired now. People are going to be finding stuff for you to do.
Oh, my dad is killing me. Like seriously, I've been troubleshooting underfloor heating in the motorhome for the last 3 days, which is I don't know who designed that shit, but that's some rocket science type bullshit that I'm just not ready for. And then today I needed a multimeter, so I dug into the trailer to find the multimeter, and then it's covered in mold.
Nice.
So it's a moldometer.
It's a moldometer. So then I hit it with the bleach to clean it off, and it didn't like that.
Probably not.
Yeah,
no.
It disliked that. So yeah, I need a new multimeter.
Bubba Ayers, Junker Clunkers, Corey, John Hoop, John
Corey.
Hey guys, appreciate y'all jumping in.
Hey guys.
Well, that's what you get for scratching his side by side. You get tasks.
Listen, he never saw if I scratched it or not. So that is.
You're telling me he didn't watch your videos, then?
Yeah.
Oh no, God no, he doesn't watch. My mom still thinks when she likes the links I share on Facebook that counts as subscribed on YouTube. So I mean, it's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's not a problem here.
Nice area though. Looks like a really nice area.
Oh, I do love it that's the nice thing. You can go out the driveway and up the road a little bit, and you're in God's country. The problem is there's no internet.
Yeah.
So. It is an issue. Hey, Midnight Road.
Midnight Road. He's still killing it, man.
I'm telling you.
My sub count has done absolutely 0 since I left and stopped doing anything.
Yeah, mine hit dead tracks. Just boop.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, it's 100% because I haven't put a short out. I haven't done anything but the scheduled videos that come out. I've done absolutely dick all.
I've done nothing in 3 weeks.
I need to get the videos together and actually put out a LS video. So far, I just did a short at the car show.
Well, I started doing that, but I found out there's about 90% of the files are corrupted.
Because you got them from Apple.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Could be.
Yeah, well, Apple and Windows don't work well together.
No, that wasn't the issue because I think Chris had them on his computer. Then we put them on a thumb drive for me. And I think I had a power interruption while I was transferring the files. And it just glitched everything. So I have to get them again.
Well, we need to get the Google Drive going.
That would be helpful. Yeah.
What's up, Stupid Fast? Dancing Alone?
We have too much for a Google Drive.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Well,
your Google Drive can have like
25
free gigs.
Yeah, you get 15 gigs for free, and then you can buy more if you need to. I'll buy a month if I need to.
Well, I can tell you
600 gigs there altogether.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a ridiculous amount between all of us.
I actually myself didn't get that much video, so
I think Ryan's was almost 100 gigs. So
yeah, by himself, and then the confessions were
at least
60 gigs by themselves.
Have you guys watched any of those yet?
I watched a couple of yours.
You don't have to get
left. Somehow, Dude's Drive didn't end up with any of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I ended up with 113 stuff and mine. So that's all I got.
I have not looked since the day I shut down the computer. I brought it in the house, and I have not even finished setting it up.
I looked today, tried putting together a baseline of a video I could make, and went, yeah, this is all trash, and walked away.
I've got enough to make another video. I would like to include more of your footage in all of you in the video.
Well, I've been downloading lives too, and I'm going through the lives and cutting out some junk. And anyway, when I get all that put together, I'll share that with you guys too, so that y'all can pick what y'all want out of it. Instead of having to download it and go through everything.
I don't have any of the confessionals, and I don't have anything after I left, of course. So.
Well, I would like to add that I did a very piss poor job of being a YouTuber while I was there and took nothing of quality video. Most of the time, my camera flipped it the wrong way, so everything needs to be spun. It's all trash.
Yeah, well, this is what we expect of TikTokers and not YouTubers. Right?
Oh, shut!
There's enough.
Gotta be good.
We can pull something together, I'm sure, for everybody.
Okay.
What's up, Nice Garage?
Well, that was the whole point with all of everyone's footage being together, so you can pull some sort of something out of something.
Hey, you know what? We did great on the car. We didn't do good as YouTubers. That's what.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think if you have all of the footage, you'll find that there's quite a bit of.
There's going to be a lot that can definitely, but it's going to take a whole lot of time.
Oh, it's going to take some time.
Well, that is going to be the real problem. You're going to have to sift through a shit ton of footage to make.
So right now, I've been going back to all the lives from when we very first started talking about it, and I've been sifting through and I'm editing all that, so all the way up until we hit it, and then I'm gonna get them lives as well. Anyway, so I'll take care of all that and, like I said, load the good parts of it for everybody to pick what they want out of it. So that'll be some story for y'all to pick from too.
Yeah, I think what I might do is I worked on the Cadillac today, and I got that running and driving. So I might do a video for that one. Go get the videos again from Chris, and then start editing the Volvo stuff again.
Yeah, I got everything organized by day, but I haven't watched a single clip of it. I just went through and put it in folders, and the only thing I'll really probably want is like the last day live where we actually got it started, and then maybe some of the stuff of it pulling out of the garage. But I got to go through days 0 through 4 before I get to that point anyways.
Yep.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of good stuff there. That some of the video, like I was watching some of it, and it's like, oh, that one's blurry all the way through.
I saw some like that too.
Yeah.
I had some ones where I definitely could have cleaned the lens on the camera, but I wasn't paying attention. So,
well, next year, whatever we decide to do,
I have
somebody
actually
that knows nothing about cars.
Nah.
Is just recording.
So I've come up with next year's.
Okay.
And I really like it. I don't know if you guys are on board for this, but you've heard of the Gambler 500, right?
Yes. Yes. Okay. I know.
So I think we get 2 or 3 crappy minivans, and everyone flies out to my spot out here because it's out in Oregon, is where the Gambler is, and we scumbag off-road upgrades onto 2 or 3 shitty minivans. So we take 2 days basically to make these things off-road ready, and then we spend the rest of the time beating the crap out of them and having a good time. So we're not killing ourselves, and we can actually hang out and have some fun and film dumb shit.
That is one thing we didn't get to do this time, is to relax and hang out.
And so it's kind of like camping and off-roading in crappy minivan. I think minivans are nice because we can put 4 people and all our shit in them, and it's basically a big camping trip in the
and it's like
woods.
Minivans are like the cheapest vehicles right now. You could buy. I mean,
they always have been.
Well, that took a little while there. They went up, and now they're way down.
I want to take like the plasma cutter and just cut out giant wheel wells and put big tires to get us ground clearance and just send it, bud.
I'll tell you what. Sad thing is, I actually junked it last year. But we had a Caravan with a 3.3 or 3.8. It was all-wheel drive. And that thing had 350,000 miles on it and was unbeatable. I mean, it would go anywhere.
And that's all we need. And it doesn't matter what kind of kid's disaster it looks like. We're gut it. Do it.
Wasted wants a freaking Windstar.
I'll do
Windstars are pretty bulletproof too. They had a good motor.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm down for whatever. I just think that whole
Well, that's what
setup
we
would
should
be.
do then, is try to find 3 different brands, or we can find them all the same and the
I think
parts
find them the
vehicle, that way
same
we
so that we can like literally. So when we come to the point where okay, this
when
one's
stuff's
dead,
broke.
we can just like we'll combine down to one. Like we started with
Just keep
3 and we
robbing.
ended with exactly.
We had to cut the seats out because now we're all riding in one.
Things had to
Astro,
be
yeah, right,
left
Monster
on-
Rush. You're not finding Astro vans.
Speaking of
Them things are
seats,
crazy.
You want an Astro van? Oh,
speaking of seats, if
All right,
Chris
dudes,
joins
let's
us,
start
he's
that
not
again.
allowed to mount the seats because
Oh yeah.
that driver's seat in the Mustang, that sucker was getting pretty rocky by the time we got
Oh
home.
boy.
oh boy. Now, is the bolts coming out, or were the holes in the floor getting bigger?
I don't know what was going on, but
What's up,
Like,
Tim?
they're-
Hope
I
you
went
feel better.
underneath, tightened up the bolts, and like, this thing's still rocking, man. I don't know what he did, but this sucker is just,
You know,
every time you step on the gas, you'd be leaning back like this. And
this is something
Yeah,
I've
it's-
always dealt with a lot of old cars because everybody likes to put bucket seats and everything for some reason, but nobody ever modifies it to where it goes back to reinforced steel. So it's always just like, yeah, let's take the floor pan, just drop a 3/8 bolt through there, and then just let her ride.
Fine. Yeah. No,
I
the best
did.
one I ever saw was a Mustang, which has, or not a Mustang, a Corvette, which has the fiberglass, and they come with these big plates that reinforce to where you mount to. Well, that had rusted, so we just put a washer there, like a washer to hold the whole seat in. I was like, that's not good. That's bad.
Yeah, when I was a very young man, we went to a car show that we didn't get to watch it happen, but then afterwards we got to go to the funeral because a guy fishtailed his Chevelle off the road, and I'm just not even going to correct. I'll just drive it down into the ditch because there's no way to correct this problem. And he hit a culvert and nosed that Chevelle like 40 mile an hour. It wasn't even a real high-speed incident. The guy behind him was about 400 pounds, and he was about $110. And when that guy of 400 pounds came forward and hit the seat that was bolted down with crappy little bolts through the floor pans, ripped the seat right out of the floor, put him between the roof line and his head when the car landed on the roof. So he was done.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, that's why you don't bolt your seat down with junk.
Yeah, badass. It would be cool to see who had the
Junk's
best
kind of
off-road
how I do everything.
man. But right now, it's very loose talk.
Well, yeah. So
After that,
it's
I'd love to do
June.
it. Just we got
So this year's it's in June. So I'm assuming next year will be in June roughly. So it gives us over a year and some change
good.
to recuperate
if I
and think
recall,
about it
Fire
properly.
van.
the Volvo started out as loose talk as well. So
It did.
I have this thing about shitty ideas that sound like good times.
I
It
sure
did,
feel a
but
lot
it
looser
quickly
after the
became-
Volvo. Oh, wait.
It started loose, but it came to be a real
It
idea
did.
pretty quick.
Came all up in there.
It totally did. I watched it. I seen it.
Up downhill.
So how is that thing running? Better? Still learning?
It's definitely still learning. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of research on fuel trims. I've been messing with it a bunch. What's up, Browser? But
Hey, Russell.
tomorrow I'm going to put the vacuum to the poly itself. Hopefully that'll help. But
for
even
the
then,
map sensor that's built
the-
in. I didn't think about
Correct.
that. It's built into the. That's
it's built
probably.
into the computer, so it's
Yeah,
supposed to help it
probably
be
help.
not so rich.
Use
Yeah,
the
Galen and I were
computer
talking about
sensor.
that.
It's weird.
Yeah,
So we'll
weird. There's
try
a
that.
sensor we didn't hook up.
It is
So
better.
what had
I-
happened was, yeah.
We
Yeah,
talked
I don't-
about pulling it out of the tune so that we didn't have to worry about it, but I don't think we ever did.
No, I never did. Plus, I already changed it to a bunch now anyway.
Better rich than
It
lean,
was
as they-
just falling on his face, not
Yeah.
wanting to start it off for a little while. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So how did it drive?
after messing with the trims and everything like that, it actually drove pretty good. There was a couple times it kind of backfired a little bit, but it didn't die on us the whole time to the next town over, the car show and then back. So
How's it sound? How's that muffler when you tune it in? Is that getting better or is that getting okay?
it's loud.
It's loud.
A little rumbly.
It's
Well,
loud.
is it rumbly or does it do that cackle thing still?
It cackles.
Both.
Oh, great.
So it's rumbly, and then when you go to let off the gas, to slow down. That's when it starts doing the cackling.
Well, you're putting a lot of fuel in there, and it could be
that should get better.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that pipe, it's straight piped to that tiny muffler. Yeah. So
there's probably a good amount of fuel just sitting in there when you let out, and it's just
sure.
Yeah.
Yep. And we did get a chance to get on it a little bit, to burn some of that off.
That's what you gotta do.
Now we did already pull the spark plugs before that we left as well, and went ahead and cleaned them up because they were already kind of fuel fouled. But I'm sure I'm going to have to replace them. So
how'd that shifter end up turning out?
Perfect.
Listen,
it's a little easy to. It's so smooth that I gotta make sure that I'm getting in the right clicks. Because I'll sift it down, and it jumps down in first. I'm like, oh, hold on.
Yeah. So I will say that is some of my finest scumbagging I have done in a long time. I'm out of the whole project. Out of the whole project, I'm the most proud of that stupid fucking shifter linkage.
I'll tell you this.
What'd you end up doing?
Really liked the engine motor mounts at the car show.
Do they? Well, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot I built those. So the shifter, I ended up doing
nobody else.
Duh. I put the bend way down by the threads. Actually, half the threads are in the bend, and then we cut it down.
We had all that, but did you bend it more?
No, I ended up cutting.
We just needed a bushing, I think, was the last.
So that's where you were. Okay, so I put a bushing on it and put some washers on it to get it actually solid in the plastic piece, and then I cut the fork and made it just one piece and welded it all the other. Basically, I cut the one off and then welded it together, and then it comes through and gets tight with an actual clip.
Shaky, janky stuff.
I stopped doing the jank thing and started actually shifting right.
Like I said, it's so smooth. You touch it and it shifts. I mean, you just
Yeah, because you could shift it under the car without it actually moving.
Not anymore. No. Yeah. Once I got all the bushings figured out and everything on there, it's a toy gun.
Nice.
I don't know. There was some pretty fine scumbaggery, as you say, through the whole car. So
the fuel cell box came out great.
You need to figure out some way to cover that fuel cell box because it totally gives it away.
Well, like we've been talking.
Everyone that sees that goes. Everyone goes. That's a rear sump.
No, I don't think when you hear it, you're getting.
I'm about to say everybody hears it anyway. As soon as we pull it up to the car show, everybody turns.
Maybe if I'm deaf and blind, this will work out.
That's the goal. We're looking for deaf, blind car fans.
Well,
that's what you need to put on the back window sticker with the mice.
When we put the tow package on there, it'll cover a lot of that up too. And they make a tow package that bolts right up to the Volvo.
I don't know if it's going to bolt up after the scumbaggery that went on with that fuel cell.
I'm looking. We may have to extend it down a little bit. It's not a very thick one, so we're not towing anything heavy.
I bet it's got a lot more structural integrity back there.
It totally does. I'm with it. I just feel like there might be
maybe where it might have bolted is gone.
No, they're still there. No, the bolts are still there. The factory bolts on the outside. I've already looked and cleaned them out and everything. They're already. All you gotta do is run the bolt through there.
Then just run up in there and then just put a nice little piece of tin behind it, paint it black, and it'll cover all that up.
Well, I saw a cop car the other day that they've got some sort of something going on back there, and it's just a piece of rubber that comes down and blocks that. And I was like, that's what you need to do, something like that.
I could do that and then put a handicap sticker on it, make it look like one of the handicap vans.
What you need is big bristle toe mats, right? The things that hang down, keep the rocks from going onto your.
There you go. You put the receiver hitch on there, and then you put the receiver in with the big finned out,
Yeah, have y'all seen the mud flaps with the women mud flaps with the body shape or whatever? Then they got the big fat guy with a hat on mud flap. No,
I haven't seen that.
I'll see if I can find it.
Weird.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but it doesn't surprise me.
I don't fly in those circles, man.
So, how was it received at the car show?
Awesome. Everybody wanted to talk about it.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know if you saw, Cletus. I tagged you in a post. Somebody was posting pictures from the car show, and it was.
I heard that. I still haven't seen it, but
I tagged you in the post today.
Things like that will get some attention at those little shows.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it. Everybody was looking at it.
Yep.
There you go. America.
Okay, I've seen that actually.
Anyway, that might be funny to put across the back, because I'm fat and stuff.
So are you still racking the same intake?
Mm-hmm.
It's not rubbing or anything.
Oh, it's
He built a
what
little
the heck?
standoff. He built a little standoff that comes off the radiator support to hold it.
That's the picture.
No, he's saying where it was hitting the hood.
Oh,
yeah, we're still
yeah.
hitting the hood.
Oh, it's definitely hitting the hood.
Hornets.
He closed it so many damn times. There's a freaking nipple. Looks like it needs to be popped on the
it's
freaking
fine.
hood.
Fine.
I
It
walked
went to
in
the
on
drive-thru
Saturday
car wash
morning,
already.
and this dude is just slamming this thing down, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's gonna fix that. Okay, that
It
problem will
did.
just
It took care of it.
that's
It
gonna
did.
buff right out.
So
It
good
wasn't any
news.
worse at the car show than it was before the car show.
So good news is we looked at your intake.
Yeah.
And be glad that we brought that one because I don't think yours would have made it.
Oh,
It
Really?
already cracked.
Oh, nice. The front left, driver's side front.
I forget where. I didn't actually get to see it. Dan was telling me about it before he left for Arkansas. So he's actually down there right now.
Oh, nice. He ain't called me yet.
What's up, Doctor?
Yeah,
Art?
but yeah, he said some of the plastic welding had already, like, you could see where it was like cracked.
It's the Bondo that cracked. It was where I would. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It was cracked after I painted it. I just didn't want to go back and fix it.
Well, it was just the Bondo.
That's the theme of
top
this car
rail.
right there.
It is, yeah, it does sound about right.
I don't know. You guys knocked out that exhaust pretty good. Like, I was genuinely impressed.
That
with
was
the
pretty
job
cool.
you did on that.
With what we had
what
to
you had,
work with,
that was
yeah,
awesome.
You
For
guys
not
worked
bending
really well
up.
together making that too.
Well, I mean, anytime I can have
did, but
somebody who wants to get up and go get the things that I'm too fat and lazy to get up and go get, I work great with anybody like that. No, seriously, Eric was, I mean, shit, on all kinds of projects, man, just fucking getting in there and getting it done.
Yeah.
So that was fucking legit.
yeah, the whole
It
thing
was like-
the whole
yeah.
thing was cool. It's everybody got along, everybody got everything done. Yeah, I wish we would have had maybe another day or so to actually see it. You know, for us at least to be able to see it drive out of the garage and get
Yep.
the pictures and everything. But we watched it. We were watching it on the live as we were driving. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But,
it definitely
I keep going
took.
back to. I keep going back to. I wished we had at least half a day to just bullshit and hang out and just chill.
Well, I
it
mean-
was 8 a.m. till 10, 11,
his work.
12.
Well, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of there was plenty of time where all of us were taking little breaks. I mean, because I remember seeing people in the comments like, you guys are never going to get it done if you guys are sitting around like this all day. And it's like, yeah, well, I mean, we do take
Well,
our time when
with the
it's
exception of
recorded.
when we are eating, there's pretty much always somebody working.
Oh yeah, somebody was working. I was fucking off a lot of the time, but I'm not gonna lie.
I think day 2, I don't remember what the reason was, but I remember day 2 feeling like we went nowhere.
That was just because we were in and out so many times getting those. Because that was the day we finished the motor mounts, right? Day
Yeah,
2?
that the engine was in and out a lot of times that day, and we were trimming stuff off the transmission, and then we had to mess around with that extra transmission hole, and you were tapping the hole at the front of the block, and there's just a bunch of little stuff that took a lot of
Yeah,
time.
I think there was a lot. It ran into that issue of it wasn't really filmable. Nobody filmed it because it was bad, blah, whatever. And it was all tedious work that took way longer than it should, like everything. So,
Yeah.
No, well, it's like Friday. Fucking Cleatus wasn't even there all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all felt bad for you there.
I would have traded, I promise.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't have traded with you. I would have
The
rather
fucking
work on
guys.
your car than go do parts running all day.
Well, it's like it wouldn't have been that bad, but I would walk in there and order or get a part, and then somebody would call me, and I had to turn right back around and go in there, and they'd say, "Oh, what are you working on?" I just had this conversation with you.
Dude, the one guy that sent you back with the hose that
Oh, no.
was literally the wrong hose, and I'm just like,
parts store people.
oh god, they're the
I
worst.
measured it
Sometimes.
right.
So,
Yeah.
just yesterday, I went to the parts store to get a Ford starter on my way home from being out at my dad's all day. And I go in there. I said, I need a Ford starter for a 95 F-150. He goes, I got this one for 160, or I got this one for 180. And I said, I'm not giving you $180 for a starter. I can get it online for $42. There's no way. So he's trying, do you want a cheap starter? And he follows me out of the store as I'm leaving the store, like, get away from me, and he's just trying to tell me that this is the best starter I can buy. I ordered for $65 a high torque performance starter from Perform for $68.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I looked on the advanced website.
for
They had a starter for $65 in stock. He just didn't know how to look it up, I guess. So
yeah,
He's trying to upsell
well, it's
you.
like I went to go get tires mounted, just swapped mounted for the Z. They wanted $250 for 4 tires. I have never shot
Just
a
for
fuck
mounting.
you look and turned and walked out of a store so quickly. Was like, get wrecked. Are you trying to pay that fucking tire machine off today? Dude.
So did you get everything returned to the store, all the excess parts that we had gathered up for you?
Yep.
How much money did you end up getting back after you took all of the crap back after the hurricane?
It was just over 100 after everything.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Well, and then they were supposed to give my money back for that starter, but I haven't seen it yet. But we got a new starter I haven't put in yet either. So
I'll say when he changed the fuel mapping for the show on Saturday, we never had one problem with the starter, which is weird.
yeah, I don't know what was going on there.
the starter's weak. sure.
Well, the starter's
It's weak.
probably.
Yeah.
And you're putting enough fuel in the cylinders that it's hydraulicing something.
I'm gonna say hydrolocking is what I was just thinking, because that would explain why when you turn it by hand, it would want to start again.
Well, we tried
Uh,
tapping
No,
on
we
the
don't
starter, but
like
that wasn't
rings
working.
anyway.
That's not good. That's a
I mean,
good
it's
way to
got tight rings. I mean,
No, that's how you bend the rods.
Ask us how we know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, believe it or not, I tried to buy all the parts and more and extra before the build, and we still ended up short on parts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just little things like, the fuel system. I feel bad because we should have looked at it earlier in the week, but you were like, we got the fuel system, which you think it's all there, and then you're like, oh crap, we need these little adapters. It was just stupid little adapters that you didn't think about. Yeah,
there's a place in North Little Rock, the last place I went to get that one part, they had everything we needed. So when I went to Plummerville and spent all that time just looking through it, pretty much unorganized junk, didn't work. But that place would have took care of us.
yeah. Then again, I'm just spoiled by the fact that I live at the only speed shop type auto parts store, and it's literally a mile from my house.
Oh yeah,
So
that'd
it's
be
like-
nice. That would have helped out a lot.
Well, I'm finding in this town there is no speed shop. There is no dyno in this valley. No one has a dyno. There's one company that was like 4 years ago put out a feelers to see if anyone wanted to help them donate money to get a dyno. I'm like, get the crap out of here, bud. Seriously, that's what you tried?
You have no car community there? Like,
I have a Honda car community, and apparently Hondas don't dyno.
well, no, you don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're living closer to Canada then.
Yeah.
You don't have any of that
Definitely.
stuff either.
See, we have a
Definitely.
dyno, but it's a diesel shop, so they like to do diesel trucks, but they'll dyno your car for $200 if you want to.
Let's see.
Well, the problem is you gotta
Downhill-
have somebody that knows what they're doing too.
Downhill is really just for car show appearances. It may go to the track at No Name Nationals, but
Oh, it's going to the track at No Name Nationals. Somebody's
Yeah, it
taking it
better be
down
going.
the strip.
I'll get the fuel and stuff right by then. How about that?
It's gonna get a time slip. It's a question of it's gonna be how bad.
Forsaken,
That's the question.
Bad is a
Forsaken,
relative
you won't get
term.
everything, but you're not building it in 5 days, so you'll be okay, bud.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's what Galen and I talked about that, and even Eric too. We've all done LS swaps where you work on what you got, and then you're like, "Crap, I need all of this." You order it, and then the next weekend it's come in, and you rinse and repeat with that. We didn't have that luxury for.
Well, I mean
this one.
that's why I have more than one project going at any one time, because exactly that reason. It's like, oh well, I got to order stuff for this one. I got the stuff for that one now. I'll go back to working on that one.
That's why I got more than one project going on all the time.
No,
Well,
don't.
well, that guy
That's what I'm going to say.
Don't you adopt a new excuse. You don't need
That
that.
guy
in
that
your
was
life.
messaging everybody, and I added y'all to that group message with that guy.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yo, that dude blocked me before. Like by the time I was driving, so I just saw this. I stopped somewhere, And I go to see who it is, and I can't even look this dude up because he's blocked me. And I'm like, I never even said anything to this guy. What are you doing?
So he sells stuff. He sells some cheap Chinese stuff, but I told him, I'm like, hey, when we found out it wasn't fuel, I'm like, hey, this isn't fuel line. It could work for.
Well, it's not
maybe
E85 fuel line. It's
correct. It's not E85 like he told me it was.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell him that. And that's why he's like, no, you just ordered wrong. And I'm like, oh, that just got me right there. I'm like, no, hold on, buddy. I had the conversation right here where I was talking to you. I was saying, this is what I need. You saying this is what it is, and it'll be here by this time. Not only was it there later than it was supposed to be, but it wasn't what it was supposed to be. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, I see you're trying to get all these people and you're trying to sell stuff to them. I'm going to add them all in here, and you could explain what you just explained to me. And then he kind of backed down a little bit. He was being nicer then.
I don't know.
I still got the link, so he didn't block me, so I can still get 50%
Feel free to
off.
buy from him. He did finally refund the money, but I had to send him all kind of pictures, and I had to go back and show him where he sent me the chat saying it's 4E85 and it'll be here by this time. And anyway,
you just explained why I don't buy from Detroit Speed Shop either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's what made this whole thing cool, though, is we still got it running and driving in 5 days without, with all the stuff that we forgot about and having to build everything. I think once we get the videos going, that story is going to be pretty cool.
Well, it's like, we did way more fab work on that than I anticipated to have to do.
Well, I'm glad it was done right too. I have had to go back and redo a couple things, but nothing really.
Like what? What have you had to go back and redo?
So to get the fans going, we just had to ground the fans to a ground instead of the plastic. And then
plastic is a good ground.
You'll have that on those big jobs. What else?
The brake lights I still haven't quite figured out yet, but I got a bungee cord, so that it works for now.
I think that has to do with old car, so that doesn't.
I'm not sure exactly what it is because I've adjusted the brake switch, but all it is after, because when it's sitting still, it won't do it, but after it starts, and it may be a vacuum thing, but it just drops down just enough. You can touch it with your finger, and it goes off, and you let go, and it comes back on. So I just got a bungee cord holding it right now.
It's a vacuum pressure.
It definitely
and it very well possibly that the brake booster is leaking a little bit too.
Could be.
I didn't think I don't hear it, but that don't mean nothing. It's pretty loud. So,
how are those brakes, by the way? They didn't look great.
Hey, they work.
They do work.
They work.
So I've ordered new brake pads and rotors. They should be here soon. They do help. They do work. Yeah.
I said from the beginning they look like trash, but I will contest to they do work.
Have we ordered new suspension components in the back yet?
Oh no.
He fixed them, remember?
No, he's talking about the
control arm bushings.
Control arm bushings, yeah.
Yeah, those ones that were doing this.
That's how.
Yeah, when you hit the brake, the whole tire moves an inch and a half.
Once you have the weight on the car, you can't move. It's fine.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really move with the weight on the car. Now, I'm sure it wants to move around when you go around corners and stuff, but I haven't got there yet. It's got 30 miles on it now, 31 miles, something like that.
Shoot, that ain't bad.
And you guys are talking about. Go ahead.
Honestly, for being a week after we spent 5 days putting it together, the fact that it's gone 31 miles, I'm pretty happy with.
I would suggest one thing though. It wouldn't be a bad idea to go back through and just do a bolt check front and back on that whole car. Because I sit here thinking about going, I didn't touch that bolt, but there was 5 other guys there, so I'm just taking it for granted that somebody else tightened that bolt.
Yeah,
I've been slowly going back through and checking everything. So I will tell you this: Will did a fantastic job on the wiring. He actually did.
Yeah.
When I saw the notes that he left you on the wiring, I was like, the wiring's in good hands here. That went well.
Yeah. He did an amazing job mounting that computer and everything. Like,
I like that. I bought so I've got Velcro strips that I put down. So it Velcros the dash down, then I could Velcro it off and then Velcro it back on it.
Well, and you know how that cover's all cracked up and stuff. You can peel that vinyl off and re-vinyl it, or do it in a different color or some shit like that.
I can do that, or I can get on the computer and find another airbag cover. I'm not that worried about it right now.
I mean, it's sleeperish. Nobody's gonna think that there's a Holly underneath there.
Right.
No.
Well,
I've got
the computer sitting right next to it.
Right. Yeah. But it can
And the
come off.
fact he was able to leave the glove box functional for all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The glove box fully functional.
Holy crap.
I mean, you got to have somewhere to put your speeding tickets or whatever it is.
Oh.
Boxes.
It's not going to get
Noise
out anytime soon.
Yeah, he's definitely my wiring guy. He helps me with all my wiring, and that's what he does at work too, is wires equipment. So he's good at that.
Well, so far I haven't found anybody that anything that's been half-assed done. So everybody's done a good job on everything they've done. So
you haven't looked hard enough.
Put like
I left
1,000
all
miles
types
on it, and we'll talk again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna say my fingerprints are all over that thing. You'll find something.
So far it's been sturdy. We only drug it once. No leaks, no bust. Didn't bust anything. So
What'd
Did
you
ever
drug?
pick up the polyurethane skeletons and throw them in old waste?
I got some of them, and then Ryan and them got some of them.
Okay, because it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe keep some of those around if you potentially need to replace one if something happens.
I wouldn't see why you would need to replace those.
You shouldn't.
well, I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. When we drug, I thought it was going to be the transmission cooler, but it wasn't. If you go around a corner kind of fast, since the suspension's stiff in the rear, since it's new and the front's
Don't have
sloppy,
a sway bar.
it touches the tire.
You don't have a sway bar.
Oh,
It's broke, remember?
no, I don't remember.
Yeah, the eyelet on one side's broke off.
Yeah,
That would make
why-
sense.
sway bar would really help
That
with
would
that
make sense.
situation.
I
Yeah,
didn't
we
know
talked
that.
about that.
Like,
No, that was brought up, but it was one of those that's obsolete on this model right now.
No, he
Like,
said it. He goes, not a big deal. We'll fix that. And,
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't care.
I'll fix
Because
it.
well, there was a lot of time
That's why
there
your
where
tire
it
rubs.
was a question of what it needs to run and everything else, and there was a lot of
Exactly,
things in the everything else category.
Well, but
Like
you
the air
say that, but
conditioning?
there was also the reminding fact.
Air conditioning.
There's also
If you mention something long enough, then he would look at it. Like
Well,
those rear shocks, they're still
So,
leaking. The
let's
rear
go
shocks
back
are
to-
They were
still
gone.
leaking.
Yeah, they were gone. Let's go back to that. We made a car run and drive with a used LS motor and a used transmission, and we rewired it, but it still does not solve the 150,000 miles, 96 Volvo, 6 years abandoned in a field problem.
see.
we
You say 6
addressed
years.
a lot of those problems.
But as far as I could tell, when I scan it, the last time it was legally on the road was 2015.
Yeah, 6 years.
6 years ago. 6, 7
Yeah, you
years
need to do some math there, bud.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
Okay.
what you're living in, but
yeah. Okay.
96.
7 years. It's 2022. 7 years. Come on, get out of here.
yeah, 6 years.
It was registered, so it was legal for 1 year and then 6 years after.
All right.
I'm just,
Either way,
now you're
5 years,
making me
6
think
years.
I'm doing math wrong.
So how did that tranny cooler end up working out? Did you guys have to move it up?
So far, I messed with it. So far, so good.
You
It's still in
really
the same
Speed
place.
was at 40 miles.
I will relocate
really
it, but
need
I've
to
got-
do that.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff to do. Like right now, I just ordered new brake pads and rotors.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the calipers, maybe do it. It's gonna get all new suspension front and back, besides the shocks, obviously.
I think all you need is some more line, and you can run that
Mhm.
trans cooler
So all you have
somewhere
to do is just
else.
put 2 barbed fittings,
Yep.
attach them together, and then lengthen the piece of line, remount the damn thing.
Right behind the Volvo grill.
There you go.
You could up there, yeah.
Yeah. Just attach
there's
the Volvo
plenty-
grill so when you
There
pop
is
it out.
plenty of room up there, seeing as though you don't have an AC condenser and never will.
This guy. Oh, it's gonna get AC guy. Come on now.
I'm going to send him a 1950s ice box to roll up into the window.
What do you need?
It
AC
will have
for?
AC. That's not top priority, but it will have AC.
Does
Oh,
the
sure.
heater
You
work?
see in the Mustang, it was fine.
Yeah, does the heater work?
Yeah,
Have you tried
doesn't
the
any of
heater?
that work?
No, I
Does
don't
it
know.
work?
That throws my nuts off on the.
Uh,
It does work, but all the drafts are pointed right at my crotch when we were going through that blizzard. So I was taking my jacket and stuffing it down to keep the cold air off. Like it takes the edge off, but that's about it. If it was any colder, it would have been rough.
That drive shaft was real nice too. They did a
Yeah,
good job
the
with that.
drive shaft was made at Dynamic Drive Lines.
100% custom. They didn't use any of the parts we gave them.
No, they did.
There's like none of that shit.
So I never, I guess if you don't mind saying, how much was that? Because I never found out. My buddy Will was asking what it cost.
113. It was what, 3
something,
320.
Okay, that's not really that bad.
Yeah,
Now,
for everything
yeah,
brand
yeah,
new,
yeah,
you joined.
New drive shaft.
Yeah, all of that was brand new. The flange, everything.
Yeah, everything, new joints, everything was brand new.
Because I want to say I spent like $680 on an aluminum one, and with the big U joints when I got my drive shaft done. So that's half price.
He did give us a discount because we mentioned him and that stuff with it. So.
Oh yeah, no, which is, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You guys got a good deal on it. What's up, Sublime?
Yeah. Hey, Sublime.
I mean, we'll see if you got a good deal on it. Just go do it again under a different name with no discount. If it's the same price, then
it'll be pretty close. Because when I first talked to him, it was gonna be like $370. So it wasn't a crazy discount, but.
Yeah, but when you first talked to him, he was talking about all reused parts.
Yeah, he did
true.
do it all new,
and we got all new parts. So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't think
he wanted our junk ass used parts. So
no,
they probably looked at it and said,
up,
"I'm
Jason?
not putting my name on this shit."
So how's the radio? How's your big 10-inch radio?
Thanks, Jason.
It's pretty good. I realized after I told Will to throw away them USB cords, I realized I actually would use the USB because it helps mirror the screen to the thing. So now I've got to turn my Wi-Fi on to mirror it. It's fine, but it would have made it. I'm like, throw them away. I never use them anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thrown them away.
Yeah, well,
I don't throw anything away.
I don't throw cords away at all.
I throw everything away.
Do the vents move without that one line that we couldn't figure out how to hook up?
Well, I've got to figure out how to hook that up. No, they do not. It's just on or off. And really, it only works on one speed. So I don't know yet.
Okay.
It blows a lot of hot air.
Hey.
It does blow a lot of hot air. So I did buy manual shutoffs because we didn't hook the shutoff back up. So
what
the vacuum shutoff that it had.
Oh yeah, well you still have it. You can put it in there.
I bought just manual ones I could turn off.
Okay, sure.
So I'm just going to install them right there and just turn them off.
Okay, yeah,
sounds good.
It bypasses all it does.
Yeah.
I just do HVAC deletes on all my stuff. So
yeah,
I
Heat,
don't.
Air conditioning, all of my water pumps have a U in them.
Yep.
They just connect to each other.
So AC delete, bye. Okay, but heat, I like to have heat because then there's times when I want the windshield to not be frosted.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't drive my stuff if that's the case.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I've seen, I don't know how many times I've seen like the Boosted Boys or those guys go to do something and they're like wiping the windshield because that shit doesn't defrost, and it's like, I like that.
You can buy plug-in defrost boxes that sit on the dash. They work just fine.
Yeah, but this one's already working, so it ain't gonna take much to get it, the flaps working and stuff. It'll be fine.
I don't know, man. I've never seen one that has all that fucking wizardry going on like that one does.
Yeah,
I am shocked that actually still went back in there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm pretty impressed that all that dash went back together with very few extra parts.
I was concerned it fit back in the hole after, because we took at least 2 inches of height into that.
Yeah,
at least 2 inches.
Well, some of the carpet and plastics when I left weren't fitting perfectly.
So the carpets, Will actually did. I guess his Will did a good job cutting them to get them to look like they fit, like they're supposed to. But the plastics, I've still got to figure out how to cut it and still make it look right.
Yeah, that's going to just be a time.
Just got so much stuff to play with. I'm not even.
Yeah, when you go to cut that, use a death wheel.
Okay.
It's going to sling plastic all over you and it burns, but if you try to cut it with like a pair of scissors or something like that, it tends to walk, like you'll crack it. So I didn't even glanced at it yet, honestly. We've been messing with everything else. Yeah. Well, and like we talked about before I left,
the bungee cord, that helps it turn off. We got to get the headlights working. They don't work. The bright lights work.
Oh, I never even paid attention to the headlights.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the switch. That's what I haven't got any further than that because I didn't really get back out there and mess with that part of it yet. I've been messing with the fuel trends more than anything. But
I didn't think about the headlights.
We've talked about that, dude.
what's that?
Just
toggle
switch. Yeah.
Yes.
But
if I cannot figure it out, the switch.
What you need to do is get a hold and try. And I don't know if you need to talk about Harnet's garage or whoever it was, and get a hold of a wiring diagram for that car.
I actually have a wiring diagram for the car.
Okay, because that's gonna help you with all of these things because there's a lot of things that are gonna be obsolete on this model, and you can use some of those things. Because that's what I'm doing with the Subaru. Because half that shit got cut out, but I don't want to run new wires when I got wires. So you know.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Yeah, no, I actually have a wiring diagram. There's a guy who because I was going to buy, a Haynes manual or something like that. But there's a guy who took the Volvo manuals and scanned them all and put them all on the internet.
Oh, nice.
So Ryan, it looks like the shop's pretty clean.
The floor.
There's a weird blue cart back there. Weird.
Do what? I didn't hear.
The blue cart back there. That's your next build, right?
Blue cart?
Yeah.
Two-wheel dolly.
Wheel dolly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I don't think it's going to work.
So how many people left something on accident? Did you guys figure anything you left?
Not accidentally.
Well, no. So yeah, you left your chocks, which thanks, by the way. Those are mine now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So, and they left them to me because they're like, well, there's way more of a chance of dudes coming to see you than he is coming to see any of us. So you should take
scrounge
these.
up some other ones.
I used them the whole freaking way with my debauchery of tires. It really helped.
Oh, nice.
Well, good.
So I have 6 of those, so it's not a huge loss, but
well, like I said, when you do finally make it out here, you can have them back.
yeah,
You're just renting them.
Yeah.
It was one of the heavy duty ones. It was probably
Yep.
that one I
One
can't.
of them's metal, one of them's steel, one of them's aluminum or something.
Yeah, so the cheap thin one, those come factory on service trucks, and they literally throw them away because they're not heavy enough to chalk a service truck.
Yeah.
So they get thrown, but the heavier one, that one's actually worth something.
Yeah, right now they're both holding my trailer as it's sitting at my dad's house.
They won't
Well,
rust.
apparently one of them is holding the trailer and the other one's doing its best.
The
other one does things. You just can't take like a full-size semi-style line truck and expect that to not get crushed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why it's helping. It's that and a good one. So
yeah. Well, I know you got a light from somebody.
Yeah, that's the big mystery. No one knows where it came from.
Somebody handed me that to wear at one point. I don't remember who it was, but it was a good little light.
It's awesome.
I think that crappy extension cord that was left there, I think that is my crappy extension cord.
Oh, I thought that was
the one I was going to throw away because it got messed up.
The burnt end.
The burnt end one needs to be thrown away.
No, it just needs to put a new end on it.
I was just going to.
And the reason
it wasn't even
extension
good
cords.
The reason I think it was mine is because I found today when I was digging around an end for an extension, like to put one on. I was like, wait a minute.
You mean that?
Let's all of us use the melted end. And then,
if it isn't heavy duty like that, throw it away.
Well,
listen,
that was just one of the extension cords that I like I said, I've got a bunch of extension cords. So when they go bad, I just throw them away.
Yeah.
How did all the tools? Did everybody get all their tools back?
Dudes is still missing a 12 mil.
Nope,
and
I found it.
Oh, you had it?
Yep.
There we go.
on his ratchet, as I recall, right?
No. So we thought we were missing a 3/8 12.
Mm-hmm. But it was in the wrong hole.
It was the 1/4 inch 12 was the 3/8 12. And then I was loosed a 1/4 inch 12, and then when I pulled all the ratchets out, it somehow made it into the molded case underneath one of the ratchets.
Nice.
Huh.
So it's all in there.
You have all your tools. Well, then I think everyone got all their tools back. I think
that's impressive.
I ended up with a pair of pliers.
Because
they were mine. God dang it! Those are
mine. Never mind.
We asked if they were yours, and you said I didn't bring any hyper tough stuff.
That's not hyper tough, is it? Is it Crescent?
Yeah, it's hyper tough.
Oh, that's not mine then.
Crappy camera, but
yeah,
I got some Crescent ones.
Hey, thanks,
what's
Pat.
up, CP?
Hey, thanks,
Oh, those
Pat.
aren't mine. Those are
Hey,
not mine.
Yeah, we are. The crew is definitely crawling out from underneath our rocks.
Oh yeah, it's people were looking for you last night, Wasted. They're like, "Is he doing a live?" And I'm like, "No, he's not. Nobody's
No.
yeah."
Destroyer took up the slack.
I might. Well, I got to figure out, if I can come over here and mooch internet on a regular basis, or I think I might do a bite
Twice a
like every
month?
other weekend or once or twice a month, maybe. I don't know if I can figure.
It
something
looks like
out,
you're
but
doing a live on a deck or something there right
I
now.
am. I'm out on the deck, which it's beautiful out here right now.
Well, the
So
weather was gorgeous up here today too.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
forgot what it's like 650 there now.
yeah,
It was hot
649. Yeah.
It was hot here
Oh,
today.
wow.
It was like 82 degrees. So,
It's
oof.
47 degrees here, windy.
Oof.
And it's
Yeah.
almost 9:00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is almost 9:00 here, but
It's 75.
I bet you 75 still. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty hot. That's why we need AC down here.
It's 71 right now. It was 73
Now,
today.
CP,
I
we
got my
didn't
garage
quit-
up to
we didn't quit
82 right
YouTube.
now.
We just took a little bit of break. I think everybody, even me, I want to put out like one short. So.
I definitely have quit YouTube since the build, but that was mainly because
Oh,
I was
well.
driving across the country.
Hell yeah.
I quit before and after the build, so
My analytics look like dog shit.
Oh well.
I got like
I always do that. Hasn't changed.
Just
Well,
don't
I'm
look
at-
at them, then you won't know.
I'm at
Yeah.
9:14, so I'm too close to quit.
Ooh, nice.
I'm not quitting, but I just
Oh, yeah.
haven't done anything.
I'm quitting.
I did a video this week. I'll have
And my-
probably 2 this next week coming up.
My watch hours are up to 21:24, so I'm halfway there on that.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, my views ever since I stopped doing lives and everything else have been pretty abysmal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Chef Shade Tree, I'm sure he's joking. Maybe, I don't know. But the
What?
last video I put up, he comments and he says, "Are you just going to talk about the LS stuff now?" I'm like,
Yes,
"Yeah,
that's all
for a
we're going
while."
to do. You are now an LS channel. I don't know if you know this, but that's what you are.
Well, I'll do other stuff too, but yeah,
Weird.
No, you're not.
I am
No, you're
not.
I did one on the Toyota. I did a short on the Toyota today when I found that rat nest in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one looked at that.
I know Forsaken's about to do an LS on his, and I
On
was,
his
I was,
Camaro,
tell-
yeah.
I was telling him, I was like, when you're ready to start it, let me know. I'll just have to magically appear for the
Oh, yeah.
startup.
There you
Is that
go.
what you're going to do? Just
I'm-
show up?
I'm just gonna start showing up when people finish their LS swaps.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Straight
just not
six
throwing
found
in the
a new project. I don't know if y'all guys seen
Yeah,
his.
you got a Grand Prix or Grand Prix?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah.
Z body.
I saw.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. It needs an LS, but
Oof.
I,
Look at this guy. He does one LS swap, and he says, "LS swap the world."
Yeah.
That's my
Not
boy.
that I'm gonna
I
do it,
many swaps.
but I'd watch somebody do it.
Everyone should do it.
No.
So yeah,
I don't
those
know.
new
I do it
tires,
again.
those very cheap tires I put on the Z, they're really good for doing burnouts through third gear.
Nice.
Not so great
What?
for gritting any traction at all.
I've got the cheap tires on the Volvo. So far, I've only squeaked the tires once. So when we come out of the car show, I try to give it some wood for because everybody had their Corvettes and stuff, getting out there. I'm like, okay, we'll try this. It did it. It took off. It didn't die on me or nothing. So it didn't fall on his face.
I'm looking a little bit.
Stumble,
You
die.
just gotta clean her out a little bit. She'll be fine.
Oh, I bet it was black smoking like crazy when we pulled that
Oh,
out.
I'm sure.
So what was
Well,
the
everybody was
conversation
looking at
like with everybody when they came up and looked at it?
What
What
year
was
is
the
the
most
car?
cheap?
What year is
Okay.
the engine? What year is the transmission? Did they make a kit for this to happen?
No.
You built this in 5 days.
Right.
Um,
I
kind
think
of-
that's the coolest part of the whole deal.
yeah.
So I like
And
how the
really,
hood
it was
all the
like
way.
7 days, but
Well, it's still,
most of it was done in 5.
Yeah.
It was
So-
running in 5-ish days.
It
How
was
the
day
hood's so
6.
long. Instead of just doing the small boards, I'm going to get a big board that covers from the hood that I can hang on the springs of the hood that goes all the way of the hood. And it's going to have everybody's channel. And I'm going to do a link tree so they can just scan it and it gives everybody's links on that link tree.
That's cool.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, Brailsford.
Yeah, some people ask that question. They said, "What do you think you're going to get out?" I said, "I don't know, 10 to 15 miles a gallon, maybe. Hopefully."
Well, once you get it running right, that 4L80 it should do pretty decent.
Oh, I
CP,
think you're
that
getting
really
pretty decent
depends on
mileage.
your definition of full time.
Yeah. From the retired guy.
On YouTube, I'm a full-time mechanic.
I would never be
Bad.
a full-time mechanic ever.
Well,
What's
the
up,
only
Eval?
problem I have with being a full-time mechanic is people, and I hate people.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
like-
I'd be a full-time custom build shop.
yeah, where I get to pick the people I want to work with and tell the other people to literally go get fucked.
You build it and then sell it when you're done. Don't
Well,
build
Race
it.
I'll take somebody's
We
car
did-
for 1 to 2 years and build it into something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miles per gallon with the Volvo. It is fun to drive. I'll tell you that.
Well, and it just that thing when it's running and you just see it sitting there making all that freaking noise a Volvo shouldn't make, and then when the hood's open, there's something about that car when you look at it, you just smile, man. Even Galen's was the same way, man. You just
I'll tell you
He's
this.
like,
I've had
"God,
some
that's
show
funny."
cars. Like I've had cars that were I built to go to like show cars, and I'm getting more people look at this car than the show cars.
Yeah. And I can tell you one of the things that a lot of
You know
people
why
said
I'm
at the
building a
car
Fairlane.
show. Yeah. A lot of people, like when another car pulled up, it's like, oh, I bet you guys wouldn't even worry about him. You would just stomp him. There was a guy in an Evo 10 that pulled up next to, a little cracking and popping, and they're like, oh, I bet this car wouldn't even bat an eye at that. And it was like, okay. Well,
Here's
yeah,
the thing about that, because I have a 3rd gen Camaro with a little bit of cam, and it loads up and it chirps going around corners because it's all spool. And everybody says the same thing about it. They're like, oh man, bet that thing's fast. I wouldn't run that. I'm like, I bet you could outrun it on foot.
Mhm.
Oh damn!
You know, I worked as a full-time mechanic for 1 year, and I'll never do it again because it was basically the minivans, the neglected minivans that would get brought in, and people would have
Brought in
leftover
only when there's an
pizza
issue.
floor, and they'd have milk spilt in it, and they'd have dirty
Yeah.
diapers balled up on the floor, and you have to crawl underneath and work on stuff. No, thank you. I'm done with that.
Yeah, I
Well,
would do
Canadians
just like
sound
we did.
disgusting.
I would
It was
build an LS swap and then just sell it, and then buy another car and build it and sell it. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
What is an Atlas straight six?
Oh.
No. Anybody? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, Atlas swap.
What's an Atlas?
Oh, come on now. I think it's like 4,200, isn't it? Inline 6.
I don't know.
It's similar to the Barra, isn't it? It's kind of the
I
North
know it's the
American-
GM inline 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
I believe that Harnet's garage.
Harnett, though, you've been a mechanic at a Volvo shop,
Yeah,
bud. So
it's the 4,200
you're top of the
Trailblazer.
line there, buddy.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it would be
4,200
with
GM.
his
4,200
channel
from
inline
Jeep.
sixes. It's the 4,200 out of the Chevy Trailblazer, etc. They're an inline 6. They make like 276 horse factory, 300 foot-pounds of
Oh, wow.
torque. You can put a turbo on them, and they'll make 600 horse all day.
You ever thought
There's
about
like-
turboing the Volvo?
I will say there's room to get it done in there.
I bet you that
Yeah,
guy that was
there would be.
messaging you can get you one for cheap.
You got enough fuel going into it, so we can cram some more air. in
Somewhere.
Oh, there
It's
you go.
not
That's
right
the
up.
problem right now. We need boost. It'll help that air fuel.
Yeah, just hit up Jack again. He'll get you what you need.
Yeah.
What? No, Volvo owners are weird. Come on.
Mhm.
I don't
know
know. You met the guy who owned it before you?
I never won.
I officially never owned it. It was never in my name. So
Sure. Put in a cup one. Hey, well, it's going to go on my name one day. I haven't done it yet, but right now it still has the dealer plates on it. But I'm going to put it in my name. I'll be a Volvo owner, I guess.
Hey,
I'm sure that
The
counts.
Volvo
as a
needs still
Volvo.
tuned. Yes, CP is still learning. Like I said, I'm gonna hook up that map sensor to the.
yeah, we didn't hook up
learning
a
to run
sensor, so
I
it's
think
not
that's going to
learn-
take care of a lot of it.
It's
I
trying to
really do.
learn with its eyes covered because we didn't hook up one of the sensors.
It's learning by the stick, and it's not working out. So.
Yeah.
See, I
It
don't
is-
have that
it is
hooked up
much
on the
better.
Mustang either, though.
You don't have that on the Mustang?
I don't have it hooked up.
Well, I don't
It's
know.
just like that.
You running the same Terminator?
Hmm.
Well, I can tell
mean,
you that.
I've also only driven it around the block, so
Mm.
Oh, there. Yeah, that
It
you
is
might want to
much
hook
There
that
you
up.
go.
Right.
And yours might
'Cause-
have a little more motor than factory stock.
And it also
LT4.
drove around the block okay before it really started to load itself up.
Well, I would Revy, you did bad things.
No.
Later for a
Well,
second.
Second have a good one, brother.
I figure
it's
I'll
weird.
start telling everybody I've got a Volvo with a Corvette engine in it now.
Oh, is that what you're gonna tell them?
Hey, just get the covers, stick them on there. Like that's a
Mhm,
Corvette
mhm.
motor.
I actually
Totally.
have them. And when I go to car shows, I put them on the 240, and they're like,
Well,
"Is
the
that
covers-
an actual LS3?" And I'm like, "No, not at all. It's a
I don't
Chevy
think the
truck
covers
motor."
will work on with the truck intake, will they?
You can make them work.
Oh.
Make anything work.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know the
wrong.
difference. They aren't smart enough. Let's just stick them on there.
Some people didn't even know what the motor was. They're like, "What is that?" A lot of people did though. They're like, "That's an LS." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, so it starts right up in idles, right?
Yeah. Now.
Now it starts up, idles, and it doesn't want to fall on its face most of the time. It's learned that much that I can drive it almost like normal.
I can tell you the fuel pump sounds like trash.
Yeah, the fuel pump sounds
So
bad. It does
loud.
need a pre-filter. I
No,
noticed
no,
it.
no.
They put a
It's so
pre-filter.
much worse than that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's an electric filter.
But
Yeah,
it
that's-
sounds
pump.
like
It does not
That's-
sound the same.
That's what
it
those
sounds
pumps sound like.
there's something in it. Like it doesn't sound like it did before.
Yeah. So the first time we drove it, and when you guys were here, that was one sound, and that's what I expected with it. Now it sounds like it's being choked to death
Yeah.
by something and beaten at the same time.
I would take it apart and make sure there's no chunk of cut hose or something in there.
Well,
That's
I'm gonna put a pre-filter on it. And when I do that, I'll go ahead and open it up. And if I need to buy another one, I will. Or
Because that might be your falling on its face problem.
It is a
well, it really
$40
doesn't do that anymore.
fuel
I'm gonna
pump.
say it's a $40 fuel pump, bud.
It was 60.
Well, I was wondering if it was just some trash, basically, like
It
something
may
from the
be.
fuel cell. Maybe it had something in the fuel cell or something. That,
Yeah,
Could be that.
no filter
Could be
on it.
your foam.
Foam, yeah.
Could be.
That was some chinky looking foam in there, man.
was it really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I've been trying to get the fuel gauge to work, and I think I've determined that the Volvo fuel gauge is just bad. I don't know if it worked before, but with it completely unhooked, it'll sometimes work, sometimes not. But I got it completely unhooked now.
It was always on empty when I started it, so I'm going to say probably not.
There we go. I did buy an aftermarket one to hook up, like to sit in front of that one.
Yeah, CP, the Mustang's all cleaned up. It's doing pretty good.
Short of the wobbly seats.
Yeah, well, he's fixing that. He's got some pretty thick metal bracing going.
Oh,
in
you're
there
good,
now.
CP.
Sorry,
man.
so many questions. Now,
That's
CP,
awesome.
you're good, dude. We've
That's
all
why
been
we're doing this.
We've
Well,
all
and
been
we've-
gone. That's why we're doing this tonight.
We all did kind of take the rest of the week off. I'm
I
not gonna
disappeared.
lie, I'm
Just
having
back
a
to
hard
work.
time. I'm having a hard time, like believing it was literally a week ago we were there. Like it seems like it's so long for at least for me with everything that I've done. It
Oh, it
doesn't
does for
seem
me
like
too.
7 days ago we were there
No,
doing
it
that
sure
car.
doesn't. I mean, that was a whirlwind trip, literally. Like,
Yeah.
that was-
It was really fun. Like I keep saying it because whatever we do next, we got to make sure we have some downtime, some relax,
Yeah.
some chill
Well, that's
time.
one of the reasons I want to come down to the No Name Nationals.
Oh, it's going to be all chill there for me. I'm not.
Yeah,
even-
that's
I
good.
think
Yeah.
we're gonna have some decent chill time there, and
Yeah.
just get to hang out and BS and whatnot.
I'm looking forward to doing a trip with the truck and trailer, not completely overloaded. And
Yeah, I'm getting on an airplane this time. I'm not doing that.
I don't blame
this
you.
one.
so
Learned your lesson there.
when I came across the country the first time, which you see in the video series, we did about 12 miles to the gallon, give or take. This time I did 9.
Hey, Fox, come fix it.
9. That's about right.
9.
There you go. Just get a new cluster, Cletus.
No, the I can hook up.
So
I can make the RPM gauge work, which I'm not cared about. The clock works and the speedo works. So
You just made me feel better about my 6-liter then there. Because if you're getting 9 and I'm getting 9 and you're a diesel, I feel great.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was also
And yours is
30
cheaper. Dude.
I was also 33,000 pounds.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You're still diesel. I win.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
So I shouldn't complain about my 35 miles to the gallon.
No.
Yeah.
Mustang was doing good. It was getting 20-25 miles a gallon.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Although I got here, got pulled in, unloaded the trailer, and popped the check engine light on the truck. The fucking heater, grate, and the intake.
The inlet heater.
Code for the inlet heater. And I'm like, and it's one of those codes where normally when it pops a code, like the car tells me, "Hey, you got a problem, stupid." This one's just a little light. The little light's on, and it doesn't care. And I'm like, well, I don't care either.
So is it your inlet heater burned up, or you haven't looked at it yet?
I haven't pulled it apart. Listen, I've been here for a couple of days. What do you want from me?
Oh,
I just came to the world. I just came to the world of all of my other cars. Like I've been driving the little Toyota. God, I miss that little truck, man. That thing is such a little beater to just bounce around.
Since you don't need your GMC anymore, I'll trade you for a Volvo.
You have to come get it.
I'll trade you for a Volvo and the car lot.
No.
Oh damn! I underestimated the price of the car lot.
You never saw the car lot, did you?
Yeah, you never seen the car lot.
No, I never have.
Yeah, that was something else that I was gonna say. I never got to see the car lot. When we were driving home, I was like, yeah. I mean,
It's
I
just
never.
a very small building on some land.
Yeah. I feel like we didn't get a lot of time to see a lot of anything.
No. Well,
and that was the trick. Yeah, I mean it's like we were saying.
You guys
when we do next year's, or when we do this the next time, we definitely need to maybe not be so ambitious of a project.
In such a short time frame, sure, of course.
Well, that's the ambitious part of it. You know what I mean? Doing the LS swap isn't necessarily the most ambitious thing, but doing it in the 5 days. But I mean, that's the thing. When you tell people we built it in 5 days, everyone's like, "Oh wow!" You know what I mean? That makes it. Everyone does LS swaps, so the idea is you got to do something to make it cool.
And all the YouTube channels coming together, that was cool.
LS swaps are cool.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that.
It's like anything else. It's cool until everyone does it, and then it's not as cool anymore. That's
Even
why you don't swap. That's why you don't swap LSs into Mustangs, because it's not cool anymore.
Oh, well, my neighbor that's been living down the street from me for 4 or 5 years now, he had come down to talk about the LS Volvo or whatever. So
you're just driving by.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I finally got something cool.
Well, the problem is those LS, the Volvos are coming around, and there's a lot of people putting them in. So it's another platform that's going to be inundated at some point, and it will be. But you're in the middle to beginning of that, so
Yeah, I went back.
It's like
the 240 is already overdone.
Well, it's like the 350Zs in LS swaps. I can throw a stick and hit 3.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's. I think at this point there's more LS 350Zs on the road than there are like 3.5 liters at this point.
I went back to work and I had a bunch of people stop and ask how it went, and a couple guys were like, "Hey, I watched and I saw this and this, and how did you do that?" And we couldn't see back there, and it was just cool. All the people that said that they had watched it or had questions about it, and that was a lot of fun.
Even at the car show, I'm like, there's not that many videos yet, but there's going to be a bunch. You just have to
I'm not going to lie. I thought one of you guys would get videos out this week.
I got one out.
Well, yeah, I did watch yours, and I was like, oh, yeah.
I'll say 113 put the painting the engine out or something like that, too.
Yep, I saw that one, too.
Yeah, I seen that. That was good.
But that was
I'm gonna wait.
technically 2 weeks late.
Yeah.
So I've laid it all out to be pretty much day 0, 1, maybe 2 in one video, and then the rest in a second video, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, I got a feeling. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do. I haven't looked at the footage, so I don't know. But I don't know that I'm going to be able to do like a video for each day.
I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna try to not stretch it out like my once a week videos like I do now. I'm gonna try to do one each day, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe do them through like 2 weeks or something. Like do them every couple days or something.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make one and then probably drop the second one the next day. So.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know if any of you guys got any new subscribers from the car show, but there was people, looking at all the stickers and stuff. But like I said, I'm going to put
numbers since the day I left.
I'm going to put a little QR code on that thing that I make, so when people scan it up, pull up all the links. And
I have not gotten a subscriber since the day I was live.
Really?
I've had
63.
I've had 3 since I last looked, but
you should have got one today because somehow the trash content crew wasn't subscribed to you. So
the last few days, obviously, I had a bunch of stuff going on here, so I hadn't even looked at anything. So when I just got on, when we went live, I looked and saw I was up 3. Yep. I don't know. It's probably been a couple days since I even paid attention to any numbers.
I lied. I'm not the same. I lost 1.
Oh.
So since the live.
They're like, what kind of motorcycle shop is this?
Yeah. This morning I was at 444. Now I'm at 443. So
they'll come, especially the more car shows I go to. And like I said, I'm going to have that poster made up with a link tree. And plus sharing out the videos,
Yeah.
People are going to be more interested in. They're going to come anyway, but.
Well,
so people that do have the confessionals, have you guys figured out how you were going to use those yet?
No. I've watched a couple of them.
After watching a couple of them, I almost want to do a video of those by themselves.
Well, I think somebody should just do.
I haven't seen anyone's confessionals yet. I'd love to.
Oh, so I don't know. Mine, I don't think are funny. Dude, Eric and Will's are fucking hilarious.
Mine are absolutely trash. So,
oh my god, I think I'm gonna use them at the end of each day. Type of deal. I think is how I want to do it. Just put them all together where everyone talks.
See, if I would have had more time for thought and prep and figured out what I wanted to do with that, it would have been better. But I felt forced on every one of them, so I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna.
I literally just went in there and sat and rambled.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I think I did that as well.
I don't even remember what I said. So
I think it was easier with 2 people, though.
Yeah, you guys definitely. We watched one of yours before everyone left on was it Saturday night or whatever it was.
Which one?
I don't even remember, but you two. It was one where you were just repeating almost everything he was saying. I don't know what day that was, but it was.
No, I think he was repeating what he was saying.
Whatever. One of the way, yeah.
Because once you get towards the farther during the week, I think they got funnier. The first couple, they were funny, but towards the end of the week, it was pretty.
So we
funny.
looked at some of the thumbnails for mine, and you can just see the days when I was just like completely dead.
Yeah, downhill. That'll be part of the story. Whenever I know mine for sure. Whenever I put the storyboard together to talk when we first talked about it till the build actually hit, there was actually a few other people that were going to be part of it. CP was one of them. And it was going to be in Iowa at his buddy's shop. The shop fell through. His second shop fell through. And then he couldn't do it also. All that he actually had some stuff come up, so he couldn't do it. Then it was going to go to Minnesota. That fell through. Northwest Arkansas.
I didn't even ask how he did a frame swap or something that week, didn't he?
Yeah, he was doing a frame swap.
Stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even ask how that ended up coming out.
Yeah.
So in the last 90 days, I have lost 61 subscribers.
Nice.
Wow. That's it?
It's because you took the Fairlane videos away.
That's exactly.
Those have been gone for a long time, sir.
Yeah.
They weren't. I don't know that they were gone too long because I could have swore I saw them recently. But
you're doing better than me. I've only lost 33.
Will got home and he was trying to show a bunch of people, and he's like, "Do you know where these videos are?" I go, "Yeah, they're private." He's like, "We need to convince him to put those out." He's like, "Those are golden." I'm like, "Yeah."
I concur.
Well, once I get done with this Volvo build and then take about 6 months off, you might see him again.
Yeah. and then there's all the other builds you're doing. So yeah.
Well, yeah. So then by the time those are done, I'll have enough content to just keep pushing on through next year.
I would like to see, whenever you figure out the seats in that truck, I would like to see a video on that because I'm interested. That's going to be cool.
All I know is I've sat on them in the garage a lot just recently, and I sit here and I go, man, these are going to be nice in the truck because those ones in the truck are junk.
I still think we need to get down there and build a shoe box or two with them.
What's that?
We gotta get down there with dudes and build a shoebox or two with them.
A Subaru?
What's
No.
a shoebox?
So a shoebox is a 50s Ford. You can also do a Tri-5 can be classified as a shoebox. If you didn't know,
I had no idea.
Nope.
Yep.
So everyone's been watching my videos and thinking that what the videos that are coming out are like now and not almost 2 years ago. So everyone's going to get real messed up when this week's video comes up and it's me driving back across the country.
You're like, didn't you just drive across the country?
I thought you were staying there. I'm ready for it already. There's going to be a lot of that.
Some weird questions.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Yesterday, I got confused for wasted because I didn't have my beard or whatever. I was on Destroyers Live for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And somebody was like, hey, wasted, how's it going? I'm like, wasted in the comments?
Damn.
So I came out this morning and was going to shave everything. I was very upset at my hair and my beard. And then I thought, if I'm going to do thumbnails and have myself down in the corner of the rest of these Volvo videos, I can't look different than the rest of the Volvo videos. So that didn't happen. But the second I'm done with the Volvo videos, this all goes away because I'm tired of it.
I'm just saying, we might have watched a bunch of your videos on the drive home, or at least Will was watching them, and I was kind of glancing. Yeah, I don't think I would have picked you out without the beard and the hair. I was like, who's that guy?
I do fly incognito.
But we both agreed that, if we can get a tour of all your cars at some point, we would definitely drive over and check that out.
So I actually thought about doing a video, and it was more of a TikTok idea, but everything that runs and drives, I got to get it into one place and then just line it up and then just pull vehicles up next to each other and just keep doing that all the way down the yard. And then just be like, ta-da, and then take a big-ass picture and then make that my logo bar on the YouTube page.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you have enough room in the logo bar.
Yeah.
I don't think I do
They're
either.
going to be very tiny.
Yeah.
Be
That
like,
camera's going to have to be really far away.
What's up, Monster Russ?
What up? What up?
What's going on?
Nothing. Just enjoying the Volvo build discussion. I do have a question though. None of y'all's wives or kids kind of thought this was like a crazy idea.
Oh yeah.
Mine did for sure.
Oh, mine are used to this shit. So yeah.
Mine was like, you're gonna
Who has a
go.
wife now?
Mine's like, you're gonna go down there and hang out with a bunch of people you've never met and stay in one house that's only 3 bedrooms with a bunch of guys. And I'm like, yeah, basically.
So
We're not
my
gonna
wife-
sleep either, though.
when it was scheduled for Iowa and we were going to do that in Iowa, my wife said the same thing. I'm like, it can't be worse than when I was in the Army. Just show up in the middle and have to share a shower and even a sleeping
Exactly.
bag.
Yeah, that none of that sounds weird to me at all because it's literally we do that all the time. What are you talking
And
about?
you know what?
Behavior.
It was better when we taught everyone how to properly use the shower.
Hey, now.
I never had that problem. I had a
Hey,
perfectly
now.
fine shower.
Wait.
I'd like to hear more about this shower story.
I just manhandled it and it was fine.
Once I figured out which way it's supposed to go, it was all like, oh, it goes that way too. Well, what the shit?
Dude's like, what kind of country ass Arkansas shit is this?
No,
Bring
seriously,
up that
everyone.
water.
So I took a shower the first night before I went to bed, and then everyone else
I
showered in
was
the morning.
confused.
And everyone in the morning's like, "There's no hot water. It's frozen. Everyone was cold." And I was like, "Oh, you just gotta turn it to the freaking left all the way." And they're like, "It hits a stop." And I was like, "Yeah, you go past that."
Even dudes and I were looking at the water heater and everything.
And I was sleeping the whole time, and I didn't know. I woke up and they were talking about it.
It did take a fair bit of force. Like the first night, no problem. But when I went in there after they couldn't get the hot water going, I'm like, oh yeah, I can see why they thought that was all the way. And just
I
So
want
when
to
I-
break the damn thing.
when I used it that night-
this place.
I turned it,
Your
and
name.
I just turned it. It popped a bit, but it went. So
dudes, did you leave a 5-star review?
Actually, I didn't even do anything. Like, once that little email came in, like, hey, review the thing. And I'm just like, delete.
Yeah, no.
yeah, so I'm there. I'm the last one there, and he sends me the freaking thing that morning, and he's like, "Hey, they just sent me this, and it's like, oh, hey, do me a favor, put all of the trash in the kitchen, put all of the laundry, all the bedding in the laundry, and start it for us, and all this other bullshit. And I'm just so, and this way our cleaning people can come in. And I'm just like,
yeah, the cleaning people that had been there like 3 times that didn't clean shit.
Not a damn thing.
They walked in and saw like everything had been moved and air mattresses all over the place. They're like, we're out.
To be fair, it was a flop house. I slept in the kitchen on an air mattress. Yeah.
The worst part is, so we both got a bed at the end, and I regret taking the bed. I would have slept better on the air mattress. That bed was like trying to fall apart and shit.
I took the big bed the last night, and I do regret.
Yeah. So there's that. So I woke up in the middle, like it wasn't night because we slept from like 5 to 1.
Yeah.
So I got up, and I may or may not have had my firearm with me. And it was like, what the hell was that noise? And I go kind of looking through the house, see somebody's breaking in, and then he gets up there. He's like, yeah, the bed tried to taco in half. And
is that the one that I had?
Yeah. I got into that with the cinder block. So I got in it, and I could feel like it was just drowning in the center. So I went underneath, and there's little legs that are supposed to be in the center. So I like wedged them in there so I wouldn't taco this bed. And at some point while I was sleeping, it decided to spit those out like toothpicks. Apparently scared the shit out of dudes.
So off camera, right? Everybody would think you guys got to really hang out and everything, and like you guys have stated before, y'all really didn't have any downtime.
I mean, we did at night.
Well, so what happened was we would work until 11, and then we would go back to the Airbnb, and everyone would be tired as fuck, and we're like, we're going to bed. And then we would sit around like schoolgirls and talk until fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, just bullshit and like we do now. And I was like, fuck, we got to be there in like 8 hours or whatever it is,
6
and then we'd show up late.
No, it was 8 hours.
Then we
decided on 8.
yeah, we would just show up late at that point.
When we got up.
There was not many days where someone showed up at 8 o'clock.
I showed up.
Monday we showed up at 8 o'clock.
Monday was 8 o'clock.
One day I showed up at 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the first night that I gave Will the bed, I was like, hey, do you want to switch? I'll sleep on the couch so you don't have to do it the whole night. And he's like, yep, because everybody's talking and I can't fall asleep.
And that is the deal. We would sit out there in the living room and just bullshit. Because that was the thing. We all got along so well.
For sure.
We were all, everyone had a story that we hadn't told yet. So
of course,
and that would go.
Story around. You can't tell on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. It's not that any of them were necessarily ones you couldn't tell on the internet. It's just ones we hadn't told, I guess. You know what I mean? With, everybody.
Did anybody shoot
stories?
any
No doubt
video?
about it.
Nobody shot any video of that.
The Airbnb
there was a lot of that
no...
guy. He didn't wear much clothing while we were there. So
I'm not. Listen, I had my boxers on. That's about all I cared about.
Yeah. So there was a lot of I don't think anybody wants to see this.
I mean,
I just meant of anything going on at the Airbnb.
Cletus
no cameras
going
on.
to show up. Cletus going to show up with his calendar outfit on. It's a party now.
Well, that's what Wasted was wearing, his Cletus' calendar outfit.
Yeah, you just needed my Santa hat, right?
That's my after hours attire. What are you talking about?
Shoot. Well, we did have good food. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man,
absolutely.
We eat good.
I'm pretty sure I gained at least 10 pounds that week.
Hey, Street
Fox.
Listen, between that and those bib overalls, I gained about 150 pounds.
I think you lost it all that one day too, though.
No, when I burned it off, literally.
I'm still think the barbecue was the best.
Burns.
Barbecue was really good.
The barbecue was really good, but that day we did nachos with the barbecue and the cheese and everything left over, and the hot dog day with everything piled on top of the hot dogs. That was pretty good too.
The fact that we got to do leftovers and leftovers were just as good as the meals was pretty fantastic.
I think the only food that actually got thrown away was the pizza that left out for how many hours?
Yeah. I think that's everyone forgot about the pizza being over there.
So there was the whatever day you got the oversauced Papa John's or whatever that was. That was
Little
pretty
Caesars
awful pizza. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Well,
that's bad.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That was the pizza that got forgot about outside and got thrown away.
That was pizza that didn't get ate all.
I don't like a lot of sauce, but I can deal with it. But that stuff was like, nope.
As drenched. Yeah, you picked it up and just.
Who the hell ordered it like that?
I don't know. They do that and sometimes it's the other way around. There's like no sauce on it, so it's just inconsistent.
I run into that problem when I say light sauce, and then you always get some asshole that's like extra sauce.
I don't know that we really filmed a whole lot of the food.
Yeah,
I've got some of the
113
barbecue.
did some of it.
I have a number.
Like you did shorts and stuff for it, but like
there was actually a video of him like grilling up the chicken on the.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were feeding each other meat, right?
Yeah,
I
got a good one.
I did eat a lot of Ryan's meat.
He did.
There was that one time they Lady and Tramped that Kit Kat. So
that didn't make it on camera, and no one even saw it. And no one was paying attention when it happened.
Oh, Dan said the cookies never made it back to them. I didn't figure they would, even if they
weren't making it out.
There's no way
to be fair, the cookies never made it.
I think
that neighbor that made those. I need that recipe because those are some good.
I'm telling you, I have no idea what the recipe is. I was sitting there eating them like, what is this? But it was good.
There was not too much food that made it through. Period.
Exactly.
So when those cookies came over, I was underneath the car. I think we were doing the exhaust or something, and somebody just walked over and like gave me a cookie underneath the car, and I was just like, "Oh, don't mind if I do," you know?
Yeah, she made 2 giant bags, like gallon-sized bags of cookies.
Yeah, I was like 4 cookies and just I don't know.
Oh, they were so good. I know I had at least.
See, I do feel bad about not getting to make grilled cheese because I felt like that would have been a cool meal, but
fine.
The fried pie, that was good.
Hey, Mike.
The what?
Mike.
The fried pies. Yeah, those things were amazing.
Real quick, the cookies. My 90-plus-year-old neighbor who was stupid excited about the build made those and brought them over when they were still warm. So
yeah, because your neighbors could have been so much more upset at us.
Oh yeah,
every right to be.
Well, it's like what was it? The Amazon guy showed up and he's like, "It's like the Fast and the Furious movie here."
I was like, "Hey, don't say that." And he goes, "No, it's good." I was like, "All right."
Even the Airbnb guy was like, "Nice cars."
Oh yeah,
one. It was
one
car
at
the Airbnb.
Yeah.
And Saturday morning, it's 12:02 Saturday morning, and we're firing up the car for the first time.
And we did wake up my 90-plus-year-old neighbor when that happened.
Did we?
I found out she didn't care. She was thrilled that it was
good boys. They did it.
I definitely need to get her cookie recipe though. I'll put it on the internet.
She does.
Well,
she might be like, no.
I'm glad nobody had any.
But I wouldn't hold my breath on it.
I'm glad nobody had any issues with us. For sure, though, because I mean, we tried to be quiet most nights, but I mean, we were still working and.
Oh yeah.
Well, I knew that last night. I said, "Well, we haven't had any trouble with anybody, so we're just going to keep going until
we're going to press our luck here."
Yep. Yeah.
Well, and even that night, we weren't making any really loud noise until we started it. Like we weren't grinding
grinding and stuff. Well after 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I was grinding, cutting on a fuel cell box up until almost the very end of starting it. So,
So out
of every task, what was the most challenging? I mean, from
the fuel cell.
Yeah, fuel cell box.
The fuel cell box. Yeah, definitely.
Challenging or time consuming? I wouldn't say that it was challenging. It was just very time consuming.
All right. Well, I mean,
a lot of funny angles in that thing too.
But the time-consuming part makes it challenging. I think.
Okay.
Is
the day Cletus was driving to go get every part was a nail biter day.
I tell you what, when we rolled in that morning, I was not 100% we were going to get it done. And it wasn't until Cletus came back, I think around noon, with the majority of the fuel system parts that I was like, all right, we can get it done now.
Things
up until that point,
at like 3:30 in the afternoon, drastically.
Well, it was around
and it was all parts. It came down to
around
parts.
noon. Then I brought in the transmission parts. I brought in the not only the fuel parts too, but
Well,
putting that train back in stuff too.
Yeah, that part.
Friday was the day I went and got the drive shaft too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the day we did Gus's. When I left to go get the drive shaft and pick up the food, I thought there was no way that car was starting. By the time I got back, the belts were on. There was so much work that got done in that little bit of time.
Yeah, we did what we did in day 1 at day 5.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I've already watched a little bit of the video. I'm like, man, we were kicking ass, and then bloop.
It was the interior pulling.
It's
and
not.
all that
It's
too.
not that it blooped off. It's just in the first day,
It was big
we
ticket
made-
items that took a long
exactly.
time to do.
It's just little things that take forever.
Well,
It's, you know,
that fuel cell took almost every day.
Well, and then
Yeah.
the transmission parts. If we would have had them, we could have had that engine stuck in
yeah.
Wednesday
been
in its final place. The engine and trans.
yeah.
final.
if we
Maybe
wouldn't have
not.
had
Maybe
to
Thursday, but yeah.
pull the transmission back out, put the lines on, put the transmission back in. I mean, that was
That was Wednesday, wasn't it?
but here's the whole point. To that.
Yeah.
We never would have been able to put any of it back together without pulling the transmission once we got the drive shaft anyway.
That's true.
Fact. We didn't-
Yep. Because the drive shaft
No,
never
no.
would have gone in with the transmission in place.
Yep. Which
Oh, by the way,
sorry,
Cletus,
by the way.
you can't pull your drive shaft without pulling your transmission if you didn't know.
Okay.
Now,
I
you
believe I
can-
mentioned that too. Even
you-
at one
you
point.
can-
Like,
you
you may want to ask him. I
You
believe
can
that's
drop
what they said.
you can drop
can
the rear
disconnect it.
clamshell on the rim.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
Well,
you
no,
can
yeah,
disconnect
you
it.
can disconnect it and you can,
We'll get
it
it
can
out.
move it around, but you can't take the drive shaft physically out of the
Okay.
car.
Okay.
So you can disconnect it and slide it back. It'll go a little ways and you can have room, or you can slide it forward and then do some stuff in the back, but you can't remove it from the vehicle.
Oh, Street Fox wants to know what thought it was fast. I don't know yet, Street Fox.
It's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it'll be as fast as what people envisioned it being.
It'll be faster than a factory Volvo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it'll be
It has more torque. It sounds
it's
cool.
faster
Has
than
100
the
more horsepower.
Yukon. I can
Yeah.
tell you that. The
Well,
the
it's-
engine within the
It's
Yukon is
faster than the
that.
car that it went in factory, and it's faster than the vehicle it came out of factory.
There you go. I know that for sure. I don't know how fast yet or anything because we're still working on all the fuel trims and all that crap.
But you can feel a couple times that you were able to get on it. You know, we didn't have a slow car in front of us.
Oh,
You
there
can
was
feel the
plenty.
power.
There was plenty
Yeah,
more.
oh, yeah.
That was only half the pedal. I've not floored it yet at all.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
That throttle cable was fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
It is. It's fine.
What's wrong with the throttle cable?
CP, I could pull a motor in like 2 hours, man. Wait till you see the video.
I will say we got pretty good at yanking that motor. That motor had to be in and out
Yeah.
what, 7 times?
I think
I will
it's
tell you
Yeah,
this.
something like that.
That is a huge attest. Even though yours was kind of old, it was still a million times better than that
Oh,
shitty ass Harbor Freight one that I have.
Listen,
Yeah.
mine's old. It's
cherry
reliable.
picker.
Old and reliable.
The only one thing problem that he needs to fix and just weld it, whatever you got to do. You need
Rolly
some
wheels on
casters
the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kicking
Yeah.
that thing.
Two. That's one. The other thing is you have to have that hook be able to rotate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we
Sure.
fixed that once he gave me
Did you?
the other thing.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sure that inline 6 was fast, right? No.
I just looked it up. It's 15.5 in the quarter. So
There's Chef Shade Tree.
I think
There
it's
you
got to
go.
be faster than a 15.
There's your benchmark right there. You got to go faster than 15.5 in the corner.
15.5. I'm sure to do that for sure.
We'll see.
All right,
No,
all right,
maybe.
guys. I gotta take off. I
5
got
in the quarter.
Hey,
That's not
work
that
in the
bad.
morning.
All right.
Hey,
Hi,
81.5. Appreciate you coming out, man, and appreciate you jumping on the live. And sorry to hear about your puppy, man. And
Yeah, that's life.
yeah,
Great
well,
seeing you again.
you know, it still sucks.
Oh
But,
yeah,
I appreciate you coming on the show anyway and helping us wrap some of this stuff up.
Yeah.
Good
for
talking
sure.
with you.
Have a good
All
one,
right.
brother.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Later.
Take care.
Yeah, it's weird. It's late there, but it's like only dinner time here.
It's 9:30 here.
It's always
Yeah.
dinner.
See, that's the part that I like. If we ever start doing lives again, I don't know what we'd do because it'd be like, let's do a live at 8, and I'd be like, nope.
Not at Wasted 8. No way.
No, I would. I think we still have to do it at your, 8:00 your time, and then
I
I,
think
just
it-
am going to be
Yeah,
early
central.
here.
You keep it in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds very convenient for you, sir.
What is 8:00 too late for you now? All of a sudden?
No, it's not.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
I could
mean,
probably. I haven't tested it yet, but I bet you it can get at least 14s. I bet it feels fast. Let's put it that way.
I don't know.
But a Miata feels fast. So
All of its jank
Yeah.
suspension
But
unloading.
here's the
Yeah,
thing.
man.
Here's the thing. So you've got an unrestricted intake set up now because there's not much of an intake there. You've got
Sure.
an unrestricted exhaust because there's literally
There's
nothing.
none of that.
Yeah, stopping it. Those manifolds you got are pretty decent manifolds. So as far as flow goes, for what they are, so I guarantee that thing breathes better than it did stock.
So with the miles that it has on it, it probably has the highest rated horsepower that it came with factory. So it's sitting at probably 330.
Give or take, yeah.
You got to remember, I put a new timing chain on it and a new oil pump. So now it's a built motor. So
doesn't make
it's a built motor.
Is that what we're going with?
That doesn't do shit for horsepower.
It does have
built so many motors.
And it does have the electric fan.
It's gaining all that horsepower because
it does have the Walker wires or whatever, the better wires and the better. Yeah,
and my gold HDMI cable makes for better 1080p.
Yes, exactly.
I've heard that.
It works.
I open Facebook and it's just a bunch of people looking at a Volvo here. Look at that.
Yeah, that was when we first got there. That's how many people walked up to it that quick. And I was like, I got to get a picture of this.
Yeah,
because they heard it come in. Like, what did they do? And then they saw the back and they're like, race
we know that's not stock.
Yeah.
What did you guys do to this poor Volvo?
Everybody loved it.
It was a really small show. I mean, it was their first time doing it there. And it started at 9. There was 6 or 8 cars there, but then by about 10:30 or 11, then a number more started rolling in. The Mustang guys, the Dodge guys, the Corvette guys all came in. So there was quite a bit. Quite a few more at the end than there were at the beginning.
When the Mustang guys came in, did they come into their theme song of Mustang Boys?
We were singing it when they came in.
Oh, for sure.
We were like, oh, that blue one's going to hit somebody.
And then the Mopar boys came in behind them. I was like, that's the Mopar boys.
So yesterday was
their
the first day for any car shows in this area, which is kind of early in my mind anyway. But yesterday we were having 60-mile-an-hour gusts. It was like hurricane here going on the whole day.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I have a video of my dog getting knocked down by a box that was flying through the air. So that'd
be kind of funny. As long as it didn't hurt him, of course. But
she's old. She don't care. She's terrible.
Oh.
But
she just laid there for a while. It's fine.
Smoked her right in the face. She didn't even see it coming.
I never saw it coming.
And you were just standing there filming it?
Oh, my outside camera was.
Oh, okay.
So then you see her ears are just standing straight back, and she's just hanging out in the wind, and all of a sudden just boxed the face. And it's just
Munster would have ran up and kicked that box if he was going after one of his dogs. He wouldn't have
that.
Yeah.
So nobody went to the car shows they put on yesterday. Just the Jeep Club. And the Jeep Club around here, they run strong. It's 30 brand new Jeeps of all shapes and sizes that all have to park next to each other and turn all their lights on. And look
pavement
ridiculous.
princesses.
Do they all have all of the freaking...
Oh, like a high-lift jack.
The rubber duckies and whatnot.
And gets the angry eye covers for the headlights. And the pavement princess.
And then a few of them now have 24-inch wheels and 15-inch subs. And it's just wow, we've gone way deep here.
Nice.
Well, I remember I went to a car show and I asked somebody, have you done any mods to it? Have you done anything? And I pointed at the engine and he goes, oh, yeah, man, come check this out. I put rain guards.
Rain guards.
Put a snorkel on it.
I said that's a mod.
That's what I should do the next car show is just not open the hood when I pull up.
Yeah, you don't ever open the hood. That's the rule.
No, just sit at the car show with the hood closed.
That's what I do.
Volvo at the car show.
I never open my hood at car shows.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Unless I have something.
Cleaning and painting that engine, you better open the hood.
I was going to say, the Z gets opened up at car shows.
Nope.
I've even got lights in the engine bay.
Nope.
Do you even have a hood on your car?
It does. Yeah, it did get a hood put on it. You just didn't see it in any of the. I actually no. This week's video, you'll get to see the Z again for the last time for a little while.
Last time for a little while. I told you just need to start taking shorts of it and just putting them out every day.
I do. I'm with it. I listen. So I wanted a day to just drive the car and play with the car. I brought cameras and was going to do stuff, and then I just got to driving. We were talking about how car's not really that fast because it just burns out. Somebody in a front wheel drive Sunfire or whatever the hell it was rolled up and was like, "Let's go at the light." I'm just like, I don't. Oh, okay. And that's how I know first through third gear are completely useless with those new tires.
So he smoked your ass, huh?
Well, I smoked the entire intersection, and then yes, he did go by me. Third gear was wrapping out, and I was getting no traction, and she was starting to shimmy in the lane, and I was like, you know what? This is enough.
Yeah. I guess it's time to get new tires.
Wasn't that fun?
Oh no, those are the new tires.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He's not going for fast. He's going for a good time.
Yep.
Oh.
Nope. That's why I bought those tires, because those tires are going to get ruined.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
That's why they were the cheapest. I'm working on making them that way.
See, that's
I don't know
like
if it's the suspension on the Volvo or it's the shitty tires, but it kind of
the shitty tires.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
that
and the
one
suspension.
ply sidewalls. I mean, and you don't have a sway bar.
exactly.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
not
that
helping
again.
either.
What do you need a sway bar for?
I mean,
Well,
so
that's
realistically, you put too heavy of a shock in the back.
Oh, I did.
Now
Yeah.
you have-
to come off as truck shock.
You have too
Yep.
heavy of a motor in the front with old
Yeah.
struts,
Yep.
no sway bar,
Yep.
and
Yep.
one ply sidewall tires.
Yep.
You're working with Chinese rickshaw equipment here.
I don't see any problem here. What's up, Destroyer?
Hey, it's
shit
fun.
box
It
for a
really is
reason,
fun to
man.
drive.
Oh, I bet it is. You just
Even with no
rolls around
power steering,
corners.
it still drives pretty good. And
So you never figured out the power
straight.
steering?
I've
No,
got
it
it
needs
fixed. I've
replaced.
got the parts in now. But going down the
Oh,
freeway,
parts.
those are all the new road rings and stuff. Going down the not the freeway, but the highway, just smooth and straight. Just no problem.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very smooth. It's actually comfortable just driving down the road.
That's good.
I would tell you, I think I'm going to do 2 new front seats. They're kind of.
I think they're
It would
built for
still-
a smaller person.
And you
I
still
think
haven't
so.
gotten
And
them
that's
to go up and down
yeah.
the track?
I never thought they were comfortable.
The driver's side, kind of. The passenger side, no. It's
The passenger side still doesn't move in the track.
exactly. That's why I was saying, it doesn't move at all in the
Yeah.
track. So
It even after he cleaned it, it still had all of this change in the track.
Oh my god.
So what you
Yeah,
haven't seen,
couple
Is that-
dollars in the track.
I acquired a Honda Civic yesterday.
Oh, nice.
I've seen the picture.
Civic boy.
LS
And,
Volvo.
Here's
That's
the
what I
thing.
said.
It
That's
makes
what I
the
said.
Volvo look clean.
Hey, the Volvo. I drove the Volvo through the car wash.
What year is that,
was it
Honda?
yesterday?
Yeah, he did.
89.
Oh,
And
so
the
it looks
Volvo
kinda
drove
like
through the
World
car
Cup.
wash, and it only leaked when the high pressure hit the sunroof. It only leaked it only splashed it, and then it was done. It actually didn't leak anywhere else. I was very surprised.
I ran
I
into
didn't
this happen,
notice,
so I actually
or
filmed
if I
it going
didn't
through
point
it.
it out, I resealed the whole top of the back glass.
Oh,
The
yeah, I
silicone?
seen that. I
Oh,
knew
did you?
somebody did.
Yeah, because there was water that was going inside of it when I pulled it out. I was like, water's getting in there the first time I washed it. So I was like,
Yeah.
let's not have that. So
Oh, we
It
appreciate
moves
that.
until it doesn't. Harness. That's definitely. It has
Yeah,
some
it-
movement.
Honda Civic, you say?
It feels like it wants to move.
Well, and now the driver's seat's doing the same thing. So,
Yeah.
so where one of them moves and one of them doesn't.
Yeah.
Huh.
They were
So I'm
pretty
just
nice.
like, I'm just gonna find some
Well, you know
Mercedes
what-
seats or something.
You know what? I mean, if we probably should have cleaned those tracks
Yeah,
when we had
before
the
just-
tires out, but no one looked at those when they were outside of the freaking. We
Now,
literally pulled them
Well,
out.
and we did kind of force the electric motors and
Yeah.
then like put feet against the back of them and like shoulder
Yeah.
block them. I mean, that's probably not great on an electric motor.
it's fine. It's fine
Listen,
for now.
It'll be
Don't
fine.
worry.
As long as you're not in the passenger seat. It's
Right.
Driving comfy.
We'll go back to what I was saying the entire week. It looks fine from Oregon.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. I'm sure it does. It's actually a
moment, it looks
lot of
fine
fun
to
to
drive.
drive. I wish you guys all got the chance to drive. When you guys do drive it, it will be even funner because it'll be more dialed in. So
Yeah.
More
I'm
dialed
hoping
in.
so.
Well,
because
better
every
be by
time I
frickin'
drive it, it gets
September.
better.
Well, I know.
Well,
I know.
and it's going to. I mean, that's the thing about the Holly system. It's going to, especially once you hook up all the freaking sensors.
Yeah.
The more it drives, the more it learns, the smoother it's going to get.
Yep.
Have you
So,
gotten
and-
the
and it will have
cables
AC
yet
mod.
to? Have you gotten the
Okay,
cables yet to hook up the computer to it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so you're in.
Yeah,
the-
I've already
computer.
crashed the computer one time because I didn't know. Don't do an update with the screen and the laptop hooked up at the same time. You got to learn that pretty quick because it will it could break it enough. You got to send it back into Holly. So
Oh no,
don't do it.
Oh no.
noted.
Hey,
Yeah, it was like now
Thanks,
it's not doing
Destroyer.
anything. The fuel pump's not even coming on. What's going on? And that's what it did. So
Oh. Yeah. No.
Fix them.
you live and learn.
Made it home to Oregon. It's beautiful out here.
It's probably not.
It is. Trees,
Probably not.
trees and mountains and fresh air.
I mean, you were in Louisiana's or something. That was a way cooler place, I bet.
Yeah, Harness. What I'm going to do is try to find like a BMW or Lexus or something with that color leather, and hopefully that same bolt, close to that same bolt pattern stuff that I can just bolt them in and wire them up.
Okay, so now that you've finished that LS swap, have you gone down the street and asked about that Merc and seen about LS swapping that yet?
No, I haven't finished this one yet. I'm just,
What year?
I'm telling you,
what
I'm like,
year's
in my head, I'm like, all this.
No, you got to be wasted finish. Like, does it run and drive down the road? Okay, we're good. Moving on.
Next project.
Next
It
project.
start up sometimes. It's finished.
Everybody's already seen that with the car show.
We'll worry about this one when it eats a motor. It's fine.
There you go.
You need to get that Ford on your channel. You got to get that truck fixed up.
The Blue Ford, the guy who's buying it, which is my stepdad, actually, he's ready for it. So I do need to go on and finish it up.
That old boy's buying the Ford, huh?
Yeah, my stepdad buying the Ford.
I see him. He does fit in that vehicle. I see him just.
No, I don't think it's the same person because you didn't.
No,
I don't think you met him.
Oh, I didn't meet that one.
You're thinking of the other guy.
Okay.
You're thinking of the short guy that came in.
Yep.
No, not him.
What guy came in?
Oh, okay.
That would be his.
Oh, my stepdad.
I see. You just use all these same names. It's very hard.
No, he drives a little Toyota.
Yeah, I saw his little Toyota, but that's what I was like. If I saw him in that Ford, I'd be like, this makes sense.
No, No, I don't think he'd like the Ford.
Nah, he wouldn't.
Cletus is gonna hit you with that's my cousin.
Yeah, that's my
It's
cousin.
funny. There was a lot of that going on.
There is a lot of cousins around here, actually. So,
Have you guys heard of the Whitaker family?
no.
Forrest
Whitaker?
They're out in they're out in Virginia. It's an inbred family with
There you go,
nothing but
Cletus.
inbreds.
Put a little
You
screen
have
down
that?
there.
Sorry. Hold on.
You want that in?
Look that up. Look at that beauty.
Oh, she's a gem.
Oh, that's real Civic there.
Oh boy.
Actually, if it wasn't all fucked up, I like that body style of the Civic better than some of
That's
the
got
other
a little rust.
Evidently, it ran and drove. It just wouldn't start in the cold, and they flooded the crap out of it, and then they just
Ran
stopped
when
trying.
parked.
Yeah, ran
Does
when
it have
parked.
a prelude motor?
Nah.
Oh
That
yeah.
should.
Oh,
That should have
and
that
this
little
is
80
why-
horsepower.
Oh
right
yeah.
there. Why I
Take
don't
it
want to be
in.
a mechanic.
Yeah.
Yep,
Take
exactly.
it in. I don't even know what that jug
Monster,
is.
that
but look,
should have that little 80 horsepower Honda engine.
they even had their own
that
gloves
bottom
for touching
sheet.
things.
Ugh.
Well, I would
I
too.
noticed that bottle of heat sitting there. They
You
weren't
know what's amusing about that is they got all that in there and they still got their mask.
having-
So you couldn't open the
Oh.
back doors because I was afraid the waterfall would come tumbling out. But there's the back seat.
Oh, McDonald's.
McDonald's. Well, you must have some nice McDonald's up there.
I'm telling
You
you.
got to do a video just on that.
People
Hey, there's some Chick-fil-A in there too.
love-
Oh, high class.
Target,
Right there,
Big
buddy.
Chick-fil-A,
fancy.
McDonald's. These people
Looks like the
fancy.
Rona Lab.
Yeah, just put cleaning the
Big fancy.
dirtiest Civic in the world.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Yeah, we
I got a
acquired it.
suggestion. Yeah, I got a suggestion.
Or make
Fire?
the title a question. How would
LS.
you handle cleaning this filthy Honda Civic?
Oh no, it involves fire.
Fire. So I was told by the tow truck driver who delivered it that he says right now you can pretty much sell any running and driving car in this area, no matter what it is, for $1,000. So,
Probably.
How did you acquire it?
so it was going to get towed.
So he's going to beat somebody up.
When it gets towed, you get charged the tow charge plus something extra. So the people who owned it are like, yeah, I don't want to pay that. So if you just want to get it, it's yours. Which is kind of how I acquired a Volvo. So
Yeah.
Nice.
guess the relation between the owners, same ones.
Oh, that would explain the McDonald's.
Guess what this car was? The replacement for the Volvo. You got it.
Well,
Does
I
he
guess
want
we
the
got
Volvo
next
back
year's
now?
project.
I was gonna say, can we LS swap that or what?
I mean, if we could build a roll caged cart that fits a Honda Civic body and just graft it on top, I would be for
That
that.
would be one that I would be down to put that 3.5 Honda engine in it. That'd be cool.
Oh, Yeah, but that's
I just think you need to remove everything that is Honda there,
That's
except for the
should be
shell.
front-wheel drive. What year was it? Dude?
These
It
are
should be
front-wheel
front-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's
89. Yeah, it's front wheel
Is it?
drive.
Okay. I don't know.
4x4 Civic. Okay. Yeah.
All-wheel drive. Yeah.
Gambler car.
Gambler.
A little small. I'm
Man,
not
I
fitting
still
my
want to
big
do a
ass into
swap
that.
on the postal Jeep.
24 hours of lemon.
I watched a guy on the LS something tour, and he put an LS motor in a Mini Cooper, and that dude was like 6'6", and he gets inside this old school Mini Cooper, and he makes it look roomy.
Really?
And I was just like, I don't know how he did that, but he somehow got an LS motor in there with a blower and got his big ass self in there.
Look, I'm too big for the 960. I'm so glad it's not the 240.
240 was when I saw the 240 there before the 960 showed up. I was like, "Thick, this is." I was like, "This is not going to work." I was scared.
Oh, I like the look of the 240.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I was more talking about the fitting the 4L80 into it.
The 4L80
was like
240 had kind of a more nichey Volvo look. Like the 960s kind of
Yeah, kind of a
more
like
a
wagon.
normal carish.
Yeah,
well, and that's the trick. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, this swap's been done." Blah blah blah. It has. No one that I can see has dropped a 4L80 into.
No, the 480 is a fat boy.
Yeah, and that's where it becomes tricky.
Ridiculous tranny.
Which just, I mean, it's it's gonna be good for what you want. I mean, she's gonna float you.
I think that thing probably makes you lose 40 horsepower just by being hooked to that motor.
Easily.
Maybe.
I mean, just rotational weight alone.
Oh wow.
Well, that's why. Listen, when
it feels fast. Let's put it that way.
When he finds out that motor's not fast enough for him anymore, we'll put the little spinny boys on it, like Ryan's saying.
Hey, battery.
Now I think if you pull the radiator and the grill out, you could probably slide a cam in without pulling the motor.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
I'm sure.
Yeah, then, it'll go right through.
But you gotta be careful because you don't want to have to discharge the AC system.
That's true. And once that's in there, we're all done. We won't be able to do anything else.
Yeah, you can't do anything without AC.
Cletus, at the car show, what compliments did you get or questions did you get asked?
They asked 113 more questions than they did me. I guess he's more friendly to approach. But
more approachable.
Most people ask why, and
there you go.
A lot of people asked, the compliments, I guess, is it looks really good, especially for 5 days. So. But even before they knew it was 5 days, they were like, "Oh, it looks really good." So
yeah, I mentioned earlier. Basically, the questions we got on it were: what year was the car? What year was the engine? What year was the transmission?
Yeah, that's not a car anybody knows. I mean, they're gonna be like 90 what?
Yeah. Most people don't know. They're like, it's a Volvo. What?
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people, here's the thing that I got from it when I started talking to people, they're like, oh, well, that's one of those really old ones like 80s because it's still rear-wheel drive. And I'm like, nope. They were rear-wheel drive all the way up until 97. So
was it 97? I thought it was 97.
Yeah, 97 it became the
V?
The V for the wagon and the S for the sedan. So it's a V90 and a V90 or a V90 S90.
And I found where you could still get that same car built in 97, but it stopped production mid 97.
Nice.
Yeah. I knew they made it 1 year after that one. And I think
98 Hornet says, so there you go.
Which
makes
sense.
Did you guys gain any subs like locally from the event?
I don't think so.
There wasn't that many people there. It was a smaller show. It was in an O'Reilly's parking lot.
Why'd you have the rear hatch open?
Why did we have it open? Because we had a water cooler back there that we were drinking out of. And we went ahead and opened half of the thing for everybody to see the fuel cell too.
Okay.
People were asking.
Dang, what are you showing off back there?
So did the fuel neck line up and all that at the end?
Mostly it's for the water. What was it, Bud? I'm sorry.
Did the fuel filler neck line up and everything at the end?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a little. It could be
with
a little
the
lower,
fuel cap on. It pushes the fuel because I got a fuel cap. It pushes the door open a little bit, so I'm gonna have to.
You can shorten that hose.
That's what it's gonna have.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to help. I think the fuel cap that he got, it has a locking. Well, the reason why is because we actually pulled it out of there, and it pulled the whole rubber boot off where it attaches to the car. So as soon as you put that back on, the gas cap he's got is just a little too tall. It's a locking gas cap. And I think if it wasn't a locking one, it would be just small enough that it would close.
I mean, I could change
because you can pull that filler neck down, but if you do, it pulls the rubber out of the car. It's kind of
so what you're saying is me and Wasted did that cut exactly perfect because we only did it the once.
Yeah, pretty close. It
We
could
totally
have
did.
been a whole lot more. We moved it a little bit, but not
Yeah, you
much.
moved it
Did
so
you cut the neck
close
down on the
most
tank?
of
No,
No, we didn't.
Okay.
no, we
Just
talked
figured it.
about it, and then we were just like, we ain't got time for that because we got to take it all back apart. And nope.
Well, now it has diesel, or not diesel. Now it has gas in it, so you're not cutting shit.
No, we're not. No.
Why can't I cut it? No.
I mean,
You can.
Colts.
Make sure
Yeah.
you
I don't know.
make sure you
Just make sure you
record
use
it.
an abrasive wheel to cut it.
Make,
That's all.
yeah, make sure
Yeah.
you record it. That's all.
That's what I thought.
And
I'll use
make
a
sure
hacksaw
the
right in-
camera
right already hooked up.
make sure the
Yeah.
camera uploads to the cloud as it's recording.
You just get a sponge, stick it down the neck, and then you get yourself a bandsaw and just.
There you go. I got a portaband, by the way. I don't know.
Do
if
you?
I use that.
You had a portaband.
Yeah, it's busted. It doesn't work.
Okay, I was about to say you had a portaband the whole time, and we
That
were
would've
over
been-
there.
That
It
would
was
have been
sitting
handy at least.
Right on the shelf.
How's it go? You had that the whole
You had
time.
the whole- I didn't bring one, and I kept saying I probably should have brought my portaband. I said it
don't
like
have one.
5 times.
You
There you
did.
go, battery.
This one's got something wrong with it. It's an older one, and it keeps throwing the blade after every. Not completely throwing it, but it won't stay on.
I'm
the line.
watching straight
Nice.
8
Straight six.
6
Straight
man,
six.
whatever he's got on here. I'm looking at his new Grand Prix he just got. What is up with that man buying the same beige car every time?
Loves that color, man. Big color.
A
When I
beige
saw the
6-cylinder.
picture of
I
it,
think
thought,
think he says he
is that
likes
the same
to
car?
he likes to be a little on the standout.
Well,
side,
they're
a little
always
different.
really clean, and
Yeah.
they're always
Yeah,
cheaper
true.
probably because of that ugly color.
You'd be surprised. I bet he paid for. I don't know what he paid for it, but I would assume he paid some money for it because them body styles are.
Grand Prix with a V6, that color.
That
I bet he
one?
didn't
I
pay a
don't think
dime over
so.
for.
I don't
No,
think
no,
so.
I bet it's
That's
35
too
maybe.
much.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of money to me for a beige
Oh.
straight 6.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Oh, that's true. It is straight 6. Yeah.
It's a V6.
is it?
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess
I was
it's
gonna say he's
so
gonna
he's
swap
got
it.
to name his channel something.
No,
else.
he's talking about swapping it to a straight.
That's
6.
where if
what
he
was-
went to that
yeah.
Atlas
Oh,
motor, that
that's
would be an inline 6.
Yeah.
That's lame. No, he just put
No,
LS.
that'd be cool. Those
changed
Atlas
his name
motors.
to straight LS fan.
I want to do one of those Atlas swaps someday too. I was actually thinking about doing it to the 66 Impala downstairs, but
Say what?
say what?
A lot of people gonna be upset.
So we're gonna LS swap the Fairlane now.
That's not happening.
Oh, it's got a way more ridiculous plan in
Yes.
store for that.
Yeah, LS is going to be just nothing compared to what
That
we're
would be
doing.
that's tame compared to what the freaking meth nightmare he's got planned.
When will we see some more on the?
So I have this problem, and this problem is I have no place to put anything anymore, and I'm really tired of paying for storage. And something has to be built to resolve that, and that's what this summer is going to probably end up being. So everything will get put away, and then I'll have space in my lower garage instead of storing stuff in it, so then I can actually work on something year-round versus just summer, and then things will progressively happen a lot quicker.
Good plan.
Allegedly, he'll just fill it
So
up.
you're
with
saying
crap.
next year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have goals. You know, the worst part is doing this whole YouTube thing is now I can actually visually track my progress on projects. And I realized very quickly, I actually do get a lot of shit done. I just have too many things.
I would concur with that.
Jumping around and stuff. I can see
I don't
that.
get anything done. Like today, I didn't get much done at all.
I'm so mad about. I wasted the weekend before I came there. I wasted the weekend when I came back. And now this is the first weekend I've had in 3 weeks, and I've completely blown it, and I haven't gotten nothing done. So I'm like, wow, I'm being super productive. This is
Nice.
the best.
You
Next
didn't
weekend,
really
I'm going to
waste-
go get everything out of storage, I think. So
You didn't really waste the weekend when you came back because you were coming back on that weekend, were you not?
That's true. Yeah.
well, I didn't get anything done. Like I literally drove back in here, unloaded the truck, went and took the dolly back, and then came back, ate some Easter Sunday dinner, laid on my bed and went, blah, and woke up Monday. So I was just like, oh, well, that was super productive.
I just use the LS Volvo as an excuse to not do anything.
How sketchy was the drive on the ice on the way back?
Bad. So, funny thing about pulling a dolly that's a wagon.
Yeah.
When you go around a corner, I'm used to just like, hey, I can make this turn without braking that hard. I'll just goose the throttle, kick the ass in, send her around the corner. You can't do that when you're pulling a dolly. And then when it all goes all jackknifey on you and you're slamming on the brakes and it's like, come on, go that way.
Not great and ice, huh?
No. My tires were doing amazing things. I'm happy I put tires on it. Because at
You
one
spent the
point,
extra money to get the good tires, huh?
yeah, at one point I was just like, 4-wheel drive, hammer the throttle, pull out of it, it'll be fine. And it did what it was supposed to do. So that was like 35 miles of black ice was just bad.
Okay. Classic. I don't know what year Grand Prix. I know it had to be like a 78, 79. Yeah. Okay, there you go. I knew it was somewhere around there.
There you go.
Is that the first body style of the first year of the
78
G-Body?
would have been.
Oh, okay.
79.
We had a 76, I think. Grand Prix, the real long ones.
And the
That's
Grand
one
Prix are
around,
actually the rare ones because they didn't make a lot of those. So.
I want a G body with T tops. I don't care if it's a Grand Prix or a Buick. Or,
pretty much.
The
I think you gotta get like a Cutlass or a Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
They didn't make them in Malibus.
I know they make Grand Prix though.
Yeah, they probably made a Grand Prix in a T-top.
I've seen them.
Grand National.
I just hate T-tops.
I like T tops, man. I
I
love
hate
T tops.
T-tops.
I love it. Shit, if I could do Volvo with T tops, I'd do it.
T-tops are nice until you
I
own
mean,
them.
you can.
I'll be back.
Oh, I've owned a couple cars with T tops. I love them. All mine were Camaros, to be fair, but
To be fair. So, glass that doesn't seal to anything. Add another piece of glass with even more seals to seal to the glass that already doesn't seal. Yes, T-tops.
Destroyer. I have no idea. I've looked forever.
find the spot for the G. Yeah, G spot. I don't know.
G-Sport.
Smith.
Smith.
The purist will say 78 and 80 are still A body. Sure, whatever.
What?
Oh yeah, those.
And they'll also say that the LQ4 is not an LS engine. So
Those purists are weird.
like what's his name? Man, Google Man said that on the Denzel Washington Monte Carlo.
Gucci man.
No, Google Man. It's a Gucci
Google
Man.
Man?
Yeah, he's a guy who he goes onto everybody's videos and he like decodes the VINs for everybody.
I'd tell him to F off, probably. It sound like an asshole.
Nah, he knows his stuff. He just knows all that. He sounds like an
I guess, yeah, A to G body. I've never heard it called an A body, but yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I wonder why it's different.
They must have just classified it differently. When they sold it, they probably just changed it enough to say that it was different. You know, it's like it was Z28. Z28 is just a stupid code they put on it when it was ordered, and they put it on the door.
Yep.
I like Z28s.
You know, I wish somebody would come up to me and be like, nice Z28. Everybody's going to be like, nice A-Rock. It says Z28 right on the door. What do you...
Okay,
What year is yours?
84.
It's a Z28, yeah.
Now, what about a Trans Am? Is it a
I don't
Firebird
like
still?
Trans Ams.
Transom.
I don't know enough on those.
So Trans Am was a series that it raced in, so that's the package. And then Firebird was the
Firebird.
cars. Pontiac was weird like that. They like to throw names on stuff.
Fire chicken, thunder chicken.
I don't know.
Some people, the Trans Am's not a Firebird. Other people, it's a Firebird Trans Am. So
I have heard that. I have a buddy who likes to draw the
Yeah,
hard
one.
line and say that his is a GTA. Mine's a GTA. It's a Trans Am. No, it's a Trans Am.
Why are you creeping back there?
Like,
well, the GTA is something different entirely. It's not even Trans Am.
Email it to me, and I'll print it for you.
it's still a Trans Am.
Creeping back there.
Your GTA would still have Trans Am on the door.
Just email it to me.
I
Yep.
don't think so.
First
Well, it's
name
got-
and
You could get 'em
last
that
name
way.
at Outlook.com.
Well, it's kind of like the 61 Apache truck. That's a C10, but they didn't have C10 until 62. But it's still a C10, even though it was an Apache.
Yeah, see, depending on the year, they actually classify them as a Firebird Trans Am GTA,
Really?
and they'll actually call them a GTA, or a Trans Am GTA. Like Pontiac is all over the place with their naming conventions on some of these.
Well, the interesting thing is if it's a GTA, it didn't actually have the heat extractors on the fenders, whereas the Trans Ams did.
Okay. But of what year?
Well, we're talking third gens now.
Okay, talking third gen.
Oh, third gen, yeah.
And then you're talking like, you start getting to like your Firehawks, which
That was
that one.
93 and newer, right? Or 94.
Nope, they actually made those in 91 and 92.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I remember seeing one now.
Yep, third gens had the last 2 years being Firehawks. The Knight Rider was actually a Firehawk concept.
Oh, really?
The Firehawks were done by SLP, though, so that's a completely different
Exactly. It's like Sam Baldwin Motion or Yanko or, Lingenfelter.
And then, they did become a dealer option in the 90s, later 90s. I don't think they were quite associated with GM in the early 90s. It was the mid to late 90s they officially became associated with them.
I like to make fun of my buddy because he gets all butthurt when I say, you don't have the rarest Trans Am, because he gets all like, I have a 92 GTA and they only made 435 or whatever the crap of them.
Okay.
And he gets all real upset when you're like, well, what about the 1LEs? Those weren't really a package. They were just something you could order. And he's like,
well,
I made like 6 of those. And the Firehawks, there was like 7 of those.
Yeah, there weren't many.
No.
So he's comparing packages to customer options.
Exactly. So you could get the 1LE, which you could get in anything, but it was the rarest of the option packages to have that. Where Trans Am GTA was the lowest production package.
Well, that's easy. Anybody can say, you know what, I don't want AC. It's one of one.
Yeah. Like I decoded my 66 Impala. I doubt there was ever more than 100 of them ever made with radio delete, inline 6, power steering, power brakes. I mean, if you want to break down all the factoids, I doubt there was very many of those cars built like that.
The one that does that real good. Oh, good.
My 99, I could do that too, just with color options.
But see, that's why Dodges are so expensive, because Dodge was so customizable. All your Cudas and everything, they were one-of-one cars.
Yeah, because I was about to say Mark Warman from Graveyard Cars. I mean, he's always saying, I think he's gotten a good amount of one-of-ones just because, some of them might have sunroof, some of them might have, spoiler on the deck.
That dude's like an hour and a half away up the road from me, Monster.
Really?
Oh, I was.
That dude's in Oregon?
Yeah,
Eugene, Oregon.
Huh.
Yeah,
or Springfield.
Well, you can go up there and just hang out with that very slow rolling talking guy.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
He's he's a little weird.
He's not weird. He's just very knowledgeable.
He's a Mopar.
No,
guy.
he's knowledgeable. I mean, but I just sometimes he acts a fool, silly.
So was Rain Man.
So isn't he? Rain Man?
I can't argue with you, man. He was too, a smart motherfucker.
He was knowledgeable. Oh, wow.
Here's the only LS build I follow was Cam Racing.
I think I'm gonna pumpkin, so
all right, man.
Pumpkin.
I guess have a great night. And again, it was a pleasure to meet all of you in person, and
yeah, it was a great time, man.
For the next adventure.
Yeah. Be ready for it.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna try to fly down to the No Name, so hopefully we can all meet up there.
Heck yeah. Sure.
All right. Take care.
Later, mongrels.
Bloop.
Bloop. There you go.
So does anybody else follow Cam Racing?
Never heard of
him.
He put an LS. It's done. He's been driving it. It's like an LS and a Duster.
Ooh, he's
people, man.
He's making all kinds of friends with that.
Oh, he's treading on hard water. I mean, just it's a nice looking build. He's done the car right. I mean, I like it. It's because I like Dusters a little bit, and I occasionally hate on Dodge people because they're weird.
Man, the Duster that I found, it's all complete, all running with a 360. Guy wants like $6,000 for it.
We'll pay him. I mean, that thing's worth 20, isn't it?
Nowadays,
I
who
don't feel comfortable with
fuck knows?
Mopar. Yeah, I don't
think
feel
it'd be
comfortable
something
with
like that.
Mopar.
And I like the fact this kid's like 17. He's putting cool stuff
Oh,
in
really?
things.
Hey, I like my seat.
It's pretty awesome.
Looking good.
It's just a seat sitting on jack stands.
I got to see the magic of that room. I was pretty impressed.
It's well, I don't know what to press, but it's here.
There's some magic going on there.
Definitely some magic.
All of the magic.
I was going to message you today, Cletus, and see if you wanted to come get your chair for the.
Yeah, I will. I need to.
Well, you wanted it for tonight's what I was thinking.
Now I put this together. So this one's got seat belts already in it and everything. So
nice.
So you can get really drunk and not fall off your chair.
It's still sitting on jack stands. So I don't know.
Hey, the Volvo was on jack stands, and look what we did to
The
it.
same jack stands, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, aren't you all glad I brought my jack? How much fun we would have had getting that thing up on jack stands without that?
We
jack?
would have
Well, I
just
would've
went and
brought
got
my
my
jack,
jack. Yeah.
Or we'd have just put a 4x4 on it.
Oh, jeez.
We
Just
would have
put it
went
on
and
the
got
jack stands.
my
Now,
my
get
jack
engine
was
trains in.
right at the back of the door of the trailer. It would have been no problem.
Jack still hasn't left his house.
I'm still glad you brought it because then when you had to go and open his trailer again.
Yeah. Everything everybody brought was extremely helpful.
What's up, Rod? Rod?
So, dude,
Hey, Rob?
did you find your stuff?
Huh?
No, I'm saying that if dudes found his stuff, didn't I think a charger?
Charger?
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
didn't
phone
he?
charger you were asking
Yeah,
about if
yeah.
it's still plugged in?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that
Oh.
was actually Wasted's phone charger.
Oh, it was waste.
Well, maybe he grabbed it then. Maybe that's why it wasn't there.
What phone charger?
Remember when you were asking if you didn't have your iPhone charger? You were looking.
Oh, I
for
found mine. I also found somebody else's charger that they left at the Airbnb.
So
Black-
who left the
Little black brick
black
left
brick
the
with a red
$1,000?
cable.
with a I don't think it was a red. It might have been a red cable.
That's my iPhone charger.
No, it wasn't an iPhone charger. It had it was the Type C.
Rob,
was
we're
mine.
just
That was
trying to
mine
catch
too,
you up, man. Nobody's really been online since
had both.
the build. So
Yeah. Definitely. So what were you saying? What else got found?
$1,000.
Oh, that was mine.
It
I
could-
lost that.
It could be in that car somewhere. You don't know. I looked around. Nobody left any money in the shop. So
Black
I've looked
Star
pretty
heroin.
thoroughly.
Oh,
I looked around.
Like,
I did get some new
Nice.
eye wash bottles the other day, so that's good.
oh,
that's
nice.
good.
I needed those.
Good that you had those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Now I
one of
have
those
three.
used before until.
You would have seen that. I simultaneously hate all the undercoating on that car, but somehow think it's the best thing in the world. So
probably
You want
saved
to
it.
come scrape it off my floor? You might hate it again.
I never said I liked it that much.
Yeah.
We tried. There was a couple
No,
times
no,
we
no.
got
I'm
a
not
cutting
blaming you
knife.
guys
And we,
at all.
well, you should blame us. It was mostly us.
Well, it probably saved the car from being rusted out.
It
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
There's
Yeah.
minimal rust on that car. Hey,
You know,
I thought about taking the horn. I've already taken it off this Chevy 2500 and putting it on the Volvo.
Okay.
That might sound cool, huh?
Or for $30, you can go on Amazon and buy any horn you want and put a little air compressor cell underneath there and just put a train horn on there.
Train
I
horn.
had a Dixie
horn.
horn on my Jimmy.
Oh,
He's pretty loud.
Oh my God.
Right now, nobody's going to hear the horn on that thing. So put whatever you want on there.
What are you talking about? That
I can
exhaust
get
isn't
you a horn.
that loud.
That exhaust is loud.
Yeah, so there is room to put a real sized muffler back there. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
have to.
It'll get
cut
one.
that.
What I want to do is get the fuel right. There's something about putting a new muffler on there and then still dumping all that fuel in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
blow a
with you.
muffler to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it works at the moment. So
Yeah.
there's other things that are.
Well, you need a
priority.
muffler that lets that fuel out. You put a muffler in there that holds it, you might,
Have problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen that happen once. I actually saw
Would
a
she
whole
pick you
muffler
up?
just blow itself out and wrap
Nice.
around.
Really?
I had that happen
Yeah.
with the Jeep.
Yep, I had that happen with an S10 injector stuck open.
Crazy.
This was just a giant piece of crap, and it always had issues.
It was a Jeep, so yeah.
This dude rolling in. And
I don't like it
out.
when
I'm
you
not a
put,
fan of Jeeps.
fuel in on the exit. He's like fighting people now. He's like, "Where's this guy?"
I thought I just saw like a Subaru wagon roll in. I was like, what?
So now
I
that
need
my
parts.
people.
These are my people. I need parts.
hey, so now that the Volvo build's done, does everybody have like their next project that they're gonna focus on?
A building.
Shit, I don't know. I got
Building for
projects
more
for
rides.
days.
Yeah. I have stuff to do in the shop first. Hopefully by the end of the week I can have it done. We'll see.
I got a
We
starter.
will.
to put
We'll
on a
get your shop done this week.
Yeah,
What's
we
wrong
need
with
to.
the shop?
Just getting the floor done.
Getting
There's some
cleaned up,
projects
getting ready
I
to
want
put
to get
stuff
done
back in
here.
Epoxy, some epoxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got another can. I doubt you can see with this crappy camera.
Oh, yeah.
You can.
You had it on the Instarams.
Yeah. Yep.
Instagram.
It's an Instagram.
I'll show you the Instagram.
Do it. Let's put it right on the live.
Mushroom that camera. Oh. Ford starter. Then I got to do a lowering kit on an S10, which that guy's nuts. He wants 4-inch drop on an S10 Blazer. I just don't know how we're
That's
going to do
cool,
it.
man.
It'll do it.
You better
Not
post
with the
pictures,
22
send us
true
some.
spokes he's got on there.
That's even cooler. Hell yeah.
He needs to get
I can have some
airbags,
more
bro.
pictures of this thing when it's done.
Yeah,
Kinda
you
what
should
I
just
said.
get bags.
But he just wants to go cheap and just make her low. And I'm like, okay.
That's gonna drive like
Are
shit.
you gonna cut them, heat them up? What are you doing?
No, I'm just going to get drop spindles and some drop blocks for the back and bolt them in. See how she does.
Oh man.
It's gonna rub.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to rub.
That's what I'm thinking.
So no, he's not tubbing.
He's not doing nothing.
Oh wow.
So I got that to do. I got the Ford to do. I got to look at the brakes on my 90 Chevy pickup because I think I'm going to put it out at the farm and I got a brake locking up.
That the ones you're gonna put the wheels on was the 90.
Yeah.
They'll look good on that.
Yeah, my dad, I unloaded those out at the farm the other day and he's like, yeah, I walked down there. His wheels are looking pretty cool. I was like, man, you finally got some nice wheels and tires with some actual bead locks on them. And then I got closer and realized they're not. It's like, those are
No, they're not real big locks though.
Like, come on, they're good wheels. He's like, yeah, he had me fooled. I'm like, well,
They look good.
yeah, I think they look good. I think they give it a better look than the factory steels. And I have another truck that I can use the factory steels and tires off that truck on. So I'm really not.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a twofer. So once that's done, I got to do something with Fairlane just to get it rolling. Got to build something to put cars in. Everything's got to come out of storage next weekend. I got to put a carburetor on the Galaxy. I got to put motor mounts on the Camaro. I got too many things to fucking. Here's the problem with having too many running and driving vehicles, and it just becomes this constant fleet maintenance problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I got to tie up my garage with the next project coming up. So I got to make room and have that available. Oh, no, I also got to put a radiator in the Impala. That's what I got to do. I started it, and the radiator leaks, which it's from 1966, so that makes sense.
Yeah. You gonna repair it? Or
Get a
you
new
gonna
one?
put it
Yeah.
So I know the guy that'll repair it for me, and you can repair them. I've repaired them before. You're just going to chase another problem later. I'm going to have it repaired, and I'm going to put it in storage because everything I've taken off that car I'm keeping.
Mm-hmm.
But for $150, I can get a 3-core all aluminum radiator and just bolt it in. So it's just not worth relying on a radiator that's questionably going to break again, because I would like to be able to drive that car longer distances, and I don't want to have to worry about radiators. So
It's mobile.
Yeah, it's getting dark. I'm relocating.
Bark.
Mosquitoes coming out.
Yeah, this week.
Oh no, we don't have mosquitoes here this time of year.
Because you're getting
wow,
scared.
it's still daytime.
Yeah,
No, it's not daytime. It's actually getting to be nighttime.
evening.
Going into the garage.
Yes.
Man,
There's some
nothing
light-
has
no,
insulation
no.
there. It's weird.
Come on, hey, Sheila, out. Dog, leave.
Dog again.
Go.
Sure,
Go.
it's the dog.
Is your dog like
Kid.
really big and tall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, look, they didn't do nothing wrong.
They're not my dogs.
They're like, what a douche.
You still
Coming into our house telling us what to do. That little camper back there. Ooh.
Hey, that camper's cooler than the car. Just kidding.
What you need to do is put a hitch on that car and pull that camper.
Oh yeah.
You know, they look real good behind the Volvo. Really, though.
Yes.
For real.
Wait, whose camper is that?
Her sister's.
That's his new house.
I like this building you're in.
Would she sell
She
that?
did.
It's roomy.
Yeah, it's actually not a. She's converting it to a place for someone to live and renting it is her plan. I'm like,
The camper or the
no,
garage?
the garage.
Okay, I'm like, fucking.
The camper.
It'd be much to convert in a camper.
Good luck.
Hey, I
So
know
there's
some
like
people live in it.
there's like an office here.
You know what?
Yeah, there's like a window.
Cardi.
Yeah, and then an upstairs and a downstairs. I don't know. I've never been in there. I'm also noticing there's not really any seats in here.
Sit in the car.
There's some in the car.
Sit in the camper.
It's not
There
gonna
you
get much
go.
brighter.
You just said there was an office back there. What do you?
Yeah.
I've never been in there. I don't know what's in there. I'm not going in there.
Maybe
I
a chair.
mean, probably something cool. You should go check it out.
Yeah, we want to see.
Come
I'm not
on,
trying to
man.
snoop
Exploring
through
the cocaine.
perhaps.
Look,
Weird
you're
sex
giving us
dungeon
a
back
tour.
there.
Yeah, you're
That's
giving us a
probably what
tour.
it is.
It's
Yeah.
gonna get weird. Check out my
Oh.
camper.
It probably is. I don't want to. I'm not going in there.
These lights are awful.
Oh, yeah,
Lighting
it's-
is crap. I mean,
Oh, it's not good for
I'm
lighting.
seeing
in here.
top of Polly Pocket's camper back there, and
What's up, Renegades? Appreciate that, bud.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
Renegades.
camper is.
Oh yeah, you guys make sure to hit that thumbs up. I haven't done that yet.
It's a camper.
Yeah, I
Thumbs
need
up.
them thumbs ups.
Pour myself in. Oh my god, I don't even fit.
what are you
fast.
doing right
Block
now?
hours in it.
Oh, this is the car we love so much that we have to like. That looked uncomfortable to even get in. Like
Right?
Well, I'm in the passenger side, so it's a little.
that doesn't.
Okay.
What?
Should fit
This
right.
is
Different.
There's no steering
No
wheel
steering
or pedals to get in the way.
No, the seat was forward. It's not in the all the way back position. I had to move it.
Hmm.
Did you move the
No.
seat
That's
back?
better.
Yeah, there's some
I
lighting.
did. Yeah, I'm good now.
There you go. Some mood
Yeah,
lighting.
you're too
there.
big for that car. Sorry to tell you.
He's always known.
Violet,
there's-
it's turning
there
violet.
is enough room. My headset's not hitting, so it's fine.
I watched you in your full size truck be almost too big for a truck. So don't talk to me about that
Can
car.
you put a full fist in between your head and the headliner?
I thought that question was going a weird, different way.
I could put my flat hand between the top of my headset and the.
So I will say this: if anybody's ever owned a '99 Buick Regal, every one of those I
Really?
owned had a sunroof, and because they had a sunroof, the ceiling was just slightly shorter, and I couldn't sit up. If I sat up straight and down, like my head would always rub the roof, and I could actually open the sunroof and actually go like this and stick my head out the roof a little. So that was a full size car that no regular person could fit in either.
I've run
They
a
had
helmet.
pretty
and
good
yes,
room in 'em.
You're hitting the head.
But you got to lean when you're in that car. You know, you got to hit it with that lean and
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not a lean. That's just
what
how
you're
it's
supposed to do. Lean on the thing that folds out in the console, you know?
What kind of car do you think this is?
The Regal.
Oh, I was talking about this. I was like, hold up.
They
no.
want you
No,
to
that's
lean
not how you
in there.
drive that car at
The
all.
Regal, you got to get a good lean going, you know?
All the blue lights. The blue light special in here.
Yeah, that fits in the Jesse statement of
there you
no room
go.
for a helmet.
no room for a helmet. You can't race
That's what
that
I was-
car. There's
Yeah.
Oh,
plenty
I
of
didn't
gas.
want him.
I can. It's
That's
just
the
my
helmet.
head is touching my helmet's touching the ceiling when I do it.
Have you worn a helmet in there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has to.
Yep.
Because he
that
thinks
car
it's
even
fast.
Like, because he specially has to wear a helmet, or
Hey, you don't say that.
Yes.
just asking? I don't know why he was wearing a helmet. I didn't realize he
Something's
was.
happening.
You gotta
How
wear a helmet to go
the
fight.
turbos like sitting?
What?
How did the turbos like sitting?
This
They
isn't a
pop-
turbo car.
Oh, I thought you put turbos in that one.
No, it's
No.
naturally aspirated car.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nope. That's
And
why
then-
the Subaru exists.
Yep.
So you can fulfill all those turbo essential needs.
Yep.
Just put turbos on it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
what
catch
the-
that too. See, I don't like to point that out, so I'm glad you're pointing that out. That he's all like, "Turbo's everything," but he doesn't actually have anything with turbos on it other than a diesel.
I
You
do
were even
have
telling me
the
to put
Subaru
turbos on
has
shit.
turbo.
They don't run.
Doesn't
They
count.
don't run. Doesn't count.
Doesn't
not
count.
done yet. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll do that.
bolt
Doesn't count.
turbos on shit that doesn't run and say I have turbos on everything.
I will tell you this: there is no way we would have had time to put turbos on the Volvo.
That's true.
And wasted your and would
Well,
you say
I
to
mean,
put
If
some
you
China
didn't want a
nail-
hood, we could have done it pretty quickly.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, so would you say put China snails?
Oh, I mean that's the only time. Well, it depends if you can get a good deal like I did on like Borg Warner or something like that. Then obviously go that way. But I mean,
Just go
you
with some
can't beat
diesel turbos. It's fine.
you can't beat freaking cheap Chinese turbos.
I watched a guy take a second gen and put like 9 EcoBoost turbos on there.
I've seen too many people now do it with leaf blowers. So
Too many is
What?
more than one. So
yeah.
Facts.
They put a turbo on the leaf blower. Or they put a leaf blower on the engine.
They use the leaf blower as the turbo.
It won't work very
Roadkill
well.
Roadkill did that. Oh, Roadkill did that with like 9 of them,
Yeah,
And it didn't work very
it
well.
did stuff.
it did something.
I mean, the boost caboose was better.
What's up, Layton?
What's up, Layton?
Hey,
Got
like,
an Arkansas boy in here now.
yeah.
Too many.
Now it's a party.
Too many.
Boo. Boo.
Never such thing.
Boo.
They all cousins.
You get big block in here.
See that thing I sent you there, boy?
So, what? You didn't get to go visit Narcs?
Nope. Unfortunately.
Narcs, he was sick. He wasn't feeling great, and plus it was raining, and
And the car
the
didn't
car I
have
don't think would have made it.
drive.
Oh, the car was not making that trip. No.
He'd probably make it now, but I don't think it would have made it then.
Yeah, I think. I mean, from what you're saying,
Well, now we got the fans going and the coolant going.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the fans not going would have been a problem.
that was
So-
a big issue.
When we were running it there, we couldn't get the thermostat to open. It's because the thermostat's at 200 degree
Yeah, it's
thermostat.
200.
So every time we got it close to that, we kept turning it off.
Oh,
We actually
it's
took it off.
not a
and watched
180.
Yeah.
It's
I
not,
watched
yeah,
a
it wasn't
video on Dudes with Wrenches channel where you test a thermometer. So we went in the house and followed that. Oh, wait, he took that video down. Never mind. Anyways, we tested it in the house, boiling
Weird.
water. And it was like, oh, it's 200. So we put it back
Son
in.
of a
And
bitch. Now I'm putting it back up right now just to
you
spite
do
you.
should.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what
Spite
video he
your
didn't
face.
take down. He was working on his brother's Cadillac, and he helped your boy.
Did you figure it
Yeah,
out?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I sent you that eBay page.
Yep.
Did you get your Cadillac fixed, Monster? Is it sold yet?
It's work in progress. I've been struggling this whole week.
Uh,
I'm gonna tell you, this whole week was pretty bad, man. Like I'm in the dually, and then I get a flat. Say,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Then
I
you
said,
can't
"Let
get
me-"
a tire.
I said, so yeah, now I could get a tire. And then I said, well, let me figure out where I can. Some shop said, we got you. Bring it on in. I took it in there, waited about 3 hours just for them to say, so we have the tires that will
Split
actually
wheel.
fit, but yeah, that valve stem right there, that's a problem. And I said, what? And then
And it's
they
a
said,
split
yep.
rim.
No, they were willing to do the split rim.
Really? They had a
I'm in,
cage, did they?
well, I'm in Texas.
Is it
No, they
split?
didn't. I'm in Texas, so there's over here.
Is it a
it's
two-piece
not-
rim or is it just a split ring around it?
It's the one. It's the Widowmaker, the one that shoots out and can really, really hurt you.
Either one's bad. So
But let me tell you something about this that I learned. In California, nobody would touch them, but over here in Texas, it's a little different. There's people who are, yeah, they'll work on whatever you need.
a little more of a rodeo.
Well, they
Yeah.
make something
The
called a tire
cowboys, yeah.
cage.
Yeah, you tire cage them. You're not allowed to do it professionally without a tire cage.
Exactly.
These might be people that shouldn't be here anyway.
See, my buddy did ones on a straight truck not that long ago, and he didn't let me film it, but he just wrapped chains around him as he did it, and I was like,
Oh.
"Well, good luck."
But so I did.
Should
I was
stop
dealing
it.
with that, and then it was
Do those
on my
rims.
way to go save another car that I had just purchased, and I
Save?
was like,
Like Superman save.
yeah, save it,
Swooped in.
rescue.
Things here.
And so I was on my way to go get that, and today I
Save.
just got to it, and turns out the electric fuel pump or the lines are gone, and gonna have to mess with the wheel cylinder. So woohoo.
Wheel so
That's
what
nothing.
does that have to do with the electric fuel pumper?
No,
The
it
electric
didn't have
fuel
nothing
pump
to do
didn't have
with
any
it.
lines,
Have
so
to
now
do-
it's
I-
good.
no. I was
So it doesn't
the
have
brake.
brakes either.
Yeah. So
Okay.
No fuel, no brakes.
yeah.
Just clamp them off and get the front brakes going. You'll be fine.
So I got a job offer to do some tree removal. So I actually have to get my old 56 straight truck up and running again and get brakes put on that. So
Woohoo!
Hey, speaking of brakes, The park brake or the emergency brake on the Volvo.
Oh, that's fucked. You don't need that.
Doesn't work.
I'm going to put it back in. I've got
I
new
wouldn't.
front rotors, all the front and back and all that. What all?
It's all gone. There's nothing there.
Nothing's there. Just the cable.
Nothing. Just the cable.
Okay.
It all went ploing, and it was a rusted, disastrous mess. And I went, he doesn't know. It's all junk.
So that was rusted?
And apparently the independent suspension has different than the not independent suspension. I didn't know that car didn't come. Like if you get,
yeah, you could get it with a straight.
Some of the 960s didn't have it.
Correct, and I told you that a couple times.
Oh well, I wasn't listening, I guess, but
yeah,
it's in your notes, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is. Maybe not. Probably. I don't know.
No, that independent rear suspension was special to that car. That was a way higher option thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we never looked into how we could electronically lock that differential, which I think you can do.
Yeah, we know. We never did look into that.
Yeah.
With all our free time, we should have looked into that.
Right. What
Probably should have been somebody's responsibility to tell somebody to do that.
Maybe the wiring guy. I don't know.
Well,
I blame Will.
I'm sure I'll figure it out after all the other stuff I had to figure out.
I'm going to blame that on the project manager.
Oh.
He wasn't even here one of the days. So
the car ran and drove at the end.
So
I think we accomplished the mission. That is Foodly. What is that?
That is a split wheel.
That's split wheel.
See, what he needs to do is he needs to just body swap this onto like an 04 half ton.
No, I have the wheels already. We were talking about this on the other live. Yeah, I got the wheels already.
You need to change them quick. Them are ugly.
Them's are ugly.
Yeah, I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to show this one though. Woo-wee. This one's fun.
Okay. 4-door Chevelle.
No, 4-door. Where is
2-door?
That's not a
2-door. 71 SS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your picture is blurry and crap quality.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I could tell it was a 2-door, but whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
I take pictures of cars in the dark too to tell everybody they look awesome.
Yeah.
Go get glasses, man.
Hey.
You got family. It's the doctor.
On Destroyers Live last night, I went out and started the Volvo.
Did you?
Nobody could see it. It didn't want to start at first.
Oh, that's don't be doing that. You got to pre-stage it. You got to start it first, not tell them, then go out there and be like, "Look, quick, boom."
So what was
it started right? Well, as soon as I let the fuel pump do the full cycle, it started right up.
Till they get fuel pressure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
they start better when they have fuel. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna start complaining about the Volvo. Nah,
you should complain about it. What a piece of junk. I think we said that when you got it.
No, I'm not gonna complain about it. I promise you. We did way more stuff in a week than most people would. So
on an average, just for the easy 600 hours.
Yeah.
Easy. So we did the math on all this. So if you want to break that down, that's like 30 plus weekends if you're working on it both days.
Sure.
So realistically, this would have taken somebody 6 months easy by themselves.
Yeah, if everything went smooth. Yeah.
And that's if you knew everything that everybody that was there had the ability to do.
And Galen has the 240 and didn't have to do the whole fuel system that we did too. And he said that's about what it took for him to do his car.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That was without making
and
the
without
bigger,
cutting the
without
tunnel, and without
fuel setup and everything.
Yep. And that's the 240. So they already make motor mounts and all that. So
he didn't have to make his own motor mounts. That was all bolt and play.
So
and that's nothing against him. That just shows you that it does take a lot to get where we got it to be.
Yep.
Well, I'm just saying his was compared to this one, his was more streamlined. This one had a lot more custom work.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, but we knew that going in.
We did know a lot of it going in.
Yeah, we figured it out in the first night anyway.
I figured that out quick.
A whole lot of, we're screwed. Time to get the cutting scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Thermostat video's back up. You badgered me into it.
That's a good video.
It is a good video.
It's not.
It really is. It is.
It's a helpful video.
See how many views it doesn't get in a month, and I'll reassess it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, everybody, go out and watch this video and share it out so it gets enough views to keep up.
Yep.
I did make this. I did make the statement saying I wouldn't pull anything else down, so you got me on that one.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. We all heard it now.
Are we talking about that? Is that goat one?
It's a shot
Holy
up
goat. What?
It's the one that's all shot up.
Yeah, it's the holy goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel.
So when's the next time that we're all going to be online again? You guys think?
What do you mean?
all of us that are on right now, or everybody from the build?
Everybody from the build and of all of us together.
So it's basically you're asking when am I going to be online again? Because everyone else is always online.
Sure, I'm not
gonna
online.
leave.
I got online yesterday.
I'm leaving the online community. This is the last you're gonna see me.
I believe that we will never have everybody that was at the build online at the same time in a live. We never have, and we never will.
Just more partners never showing up for one of these.
Exactly. Yeah.
True.
Facts.
But Big Block doesn't come in now because he's working all the time with it. So,
Yeah.
I
So I
I
need to
thought you
you
said you
know,
were going to be on today.
I need to start working
Yeah.
more.
I mean,
Yeah.
throughout
He's
the
doing work
journey
stuff,
of
so.
it, from the very beginning of discussing, it's just
My company officially bought my silence with money, so I have to go to work more now.
They bought your silence with money.
I
So
will
they're
tell you
paying
this:
you
I'll
for
be
it.
doing a lot less lives myself, and I know I've said it before, but yeah, I've got too much to do.
after
Here-
the build, Cletus, you were a ghost.
Here's the weird thing. While I was gone, my company made a shit ton of announcements about how mass exodus of people is a problem. There's too many people quitting and they need to retain people. And they put out all these new rules and flexible work hours and work from home options. And I was like, dang, man, this is going to be cool. None of this applies to me because that's not my job. I think I need a raise because I don't get the benefit from any of this crap. And I got kind of upset when I got back because I started reading these emails and watching this shit. And I'm just like, this is bullshit. And then they called me and they're like, here's your raise because you're getting the shit into this. I'm like, what?
There you go.
Was it
Okay.
Was it good enough for them to
Oh, they
to
have
justify
officially
all that?
bought my silence, and I will never say anything bad about them again. So
Oh,
No. Never.
For a
don't say
little
never.
while.
They
For a
bought his silence for a while.
for now.
Yeah, exactly. For a couple of weeks
I
till he
don't
gets back
know.
on live drinking again.
it was pretty good.
So I have a question, dudes. I cannot find the video, the thermostat video.
It's up there.
Maybe hadn't loaded yet.
How long ago? I mean, I've seen everything you've got up there
It's
so
up
far.
there.
As far as so,
I don't
does it?
know.
We got like 20 videos or something like that here.
Like 35. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking through them.
you should
and I haven't-
refresh your page.
I've done it about 4 times so far. So.
Messy.
You're
Jesse.
really on this, aren't you?
It wasn't. I was going to comment on it right now.
He's going to share it out and make sure you don't take
It
it
wasn't
down.
a short, was it?
No, it's not short.
Okay.
There, it's up there.
What's it titled?
How to test a thermostat. Testing with boiling water.
How long ago was that?
Edit video. Let's see. Let me make sure it did its thing. It says it's public.
I don't see it either.
Find it.
It just takes a bit, guys. Come on.
Okay. All right.
Here, I'll send it to you,
We don't
and
wanna
then
hear
you'll
that
have
shit.
it.
Oh yeah, it's
I'll
here.
have to
It's
do
here.
that. It'll show up, or it won't.
It's here. How to test
Where
the
is it?
thermostat testing with boiling
See?
water.
You just got old shit there, 113.
Yeah, look. Oh, oops, you can't see.
I'll believe
Yes,
you.
sir.
Boom.
How long ago was it that it shows up on there?
I don't know. It says
2
it's
months
there.
ago.
2 months. Thank you. And
What
I
the
was on the
hell,
other screen.
dudes?
I didn't see
You
that.
didn't even
so.
give it. You didn't even give it a
Thank
couple
you.
months, and you took it
No.
down. You
It gets
dummy.
30 days max.
See, he's not going to take videos down anymore, though, guys. Come on.
That's what he said.
That was a good quality video, though. My dog's in there.
I thought it was a pretty good video. I mean, it's
Looking all
not like
old and shit.
it's not
Yeah.
like in the world entertaining or anything, but it was good.
Yeah. I thought it was a good informative video for people that didn't know how to do it. It was a good video.
I mean, and
I have
you
a
taking
lot
your
of videos like this, and they never get to see the light of day.
I'm gonna tell you, dudes, you taking your videos down is pretty inconsiderate because I got a comment on there, and I took my time to watch that video, and you just take it down.
You know, I'll tell you.
Delete
I got
comment.
comment.
Yep.
I'll tell
Hold
you
on,
right
I ain't
here.
done, I ain't done,
So-
I ain't done. Hold on, because
I'm
I
gonna
took
I'm
my
gonna agree
time.
with you, but
So yo, don't Don't be taking down your videos.
So I
dog.
apologize to everybody because when I deleted all my videos last time, I had like 275 notifications. So there was like over 300 comments I never responded to, and then just wow. Bye.
Wow.
Selfish.
Real douche.
Yeah.
And we all know who's gonna remember. Who's gonna remember Wasted?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of it.
See, 113 never responded to the message I sent him with the moccasins either.
I didn't respond. I was actually looking at that. I did show it to Julie though. Sorry.
The sad thing is I can't wear those because my great grandmother's dead now, so I can't get another pair made. So I don't wear them that much.
Yeah.
Hey, Wasted, have you opened your drone up and flown it at the home yet? Have you got to fly it around and check your property out? No.
No, why? What'd you do?
Nothing. I was wondering.
This is like a really
Don't
weird
feel bad,
comment to
Wasted.
make.
I didn't get a
What
comment.
did you
reply
guys
either.
put in the drone bag?
Nothing.
Nothing. I've been looking for that GoPro drone online. They haven't
Yeah,
made it.
yeah.
For a while.
That outro picture is like give you Tourette's or
told you.
something.
So I need to go look at the drone bag
On-
when I get home.
on yours?
You can. There's
Yeah,
nothing
go to the
wrong.
end of that video. I didn't remember even making that one.
The one with the Impala in it?
Yeah.
Dude, just make your intros like the one that you did with the.
Yeah.
With
That
the
blurriness
Volvo.
is
That's too
eye-hurting
much.
there.
Yeah.
No,
that's-
that was good, dog. That was hilarious.
I had even commented on it before 2 months ago when you put it up there.
Does it restore the comments?
I don't think they
Yeah, it
broke
did.
it. I was
Yeah, look,
flying
I
it last.
commented on there too. He didn't even reply or like it or nothing.
And 19
I
comments
told
on
you.
there.
They all just went bloop.
He said 300 of y'all go to hell.
I was really bad at keeping up on comments there for a while.
It does only have 101 views.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it
not
looks
very
like,
long.
looks like if you want us to stop, you're gonna have to buy our silence.
I buy you
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I get your silence by stomping on your throat. Come here, boy.
They broke your drone.
I mean, technically, I mean, we shoot.
We did not break your drone.
We didn't break it, I promise. I was just wondering if he took his drone out and had his property where he is when he is driving a side by side and stuff.
Or if the drone's even in there. I don't know. Whatever.
There's like some weird dick
I'm
pics on the.
I'm gonna have to open the case and see what the fuck they put in the case.
Oh, 113 was hovering it in front of Cletus. Like, hold still.
I just spread eagle, butthole, nuts, and everything. Lift my nuts up, and you see a good shot of the butthole and everything. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just
Going
doing
deep into the
for his own
caves,
thing.
boys. Drone style.
Is this
I
the
call that
button?
spelunking.
Do what?
Spelunking.
Spelunking. I use that word all the time, weirdly enough.
Oh, yeah? Do you make it into cavernous regions?
No, I use it for like every time I go digging through a field or somebody's car collection. I'm like, look at I'm spelunking for shit I don't need.
Hey, dudes, guess what? I'm skipping the ads on the thermostat video. Deal with it.
Oh, dude,
You should. I'm not getting paid. You just
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Wow, you put that video back up for 10 seconds and YouTube's like ads.
Ad,
exactly.
ads.
They know
I had
it's good
19
stuff.
comments on it.
Can't promote it because nobody's watching them damn ads. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah.
About to go comment to everybody. Hey, why hasn't dudes replied to you either?
Is dude's going to reply to this?
Yeah, just keep putting
Does
those
he even
comments
read
on
the
there.
chat,
I mean,
Cletus?
Does dudes even read these? God.
Yeah,
I'm good with it. You're not.
I'm not
You're not
joking,
hurting
bro.
me.
I'm really gonna do it. I'm really gonna do it.
Do it on every video.
Yeah.
On every video.
Really send
I
it.
don't got that much time, dog.
Just
So-
put in the effort. I mean, what are you doing right now? You're not putting in the effort. You should be a better friend.
I
That's
guess
right.
the first long
I'm a
trip
bad
that the
friend.
Volvo is going to make is over by Layton's house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How far is
We got to
that?
go back over to that junkyard and do some more video on it.
I'm not looking forward to doing that in the spring and summertime.
Because
What?
the mosquitoes.
Yeah, he's already said you don't want to go in there in the
So
summertime.
I saw the mosquitoes
I'm not
when
scared.
I was there at your house, and those things were birds. I mean, it was
Oh, that's
No,
nothing.
Them are mosquito hawks, probably.
Yeah,
no, none of
they're
that.
not. Those are not the ones that bite you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got bit by one. My hand was all swelled up for a little bit. And I was
Well,
like,
I don't
dang.
think it was one of those though, but
You
could
might
be.
get bit by a regular mosquito, I guess, but
Yeah.
they're not even bad yet.
Not even bad. Yeah, screw that. I don't know
No,
why
but
this
everything
is.
else is gnats and
Yeah.
wasps. Yeah.
Do.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Right.
Shit, oh.
All right.
First clean in 17 years. What?
Huh?
This guy's like cleaning an Escalade. First clean in 17 years.
Oh yeah, it was trying to recommend that to me too.
Yeah, it just recommended it to me, and it's got 2.9 million views in 9 days.
Dude, that guy. I watched a few of his videos before.
Why is he pressure washing this Escalade inside of his garage?
That's what he does. That's all he does is watch view. Like he's a detailer.
Nah, screw that
guy. He gets a lot of views.
He does, obviously.
People love pressure washing stuff. I was gonna wash this old Ford, and I'm like, I'm gonna pressure wash it with a video.
Weird.
You need to.
Yeah.
So I got like a weird number. So yesterday I got 14 views on the last Volvo video I put out.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of nowhere. It's like I don't know what's going on there.
The short.
No.
I was gonna say it recommended. It keeps recommending one of your shorts to me, even though I've already watched it like 5 times.
Weird. I don't have that many shorts.
New, and I'm like, what the hell?
All the ones from the Volvo, I've been getting those all time. The one that Big Block put up with you hammering down there, that has been recommended to me almost every single time I get on. Wasted on Fire, welding.
It's open mic night. You can come on if you want to, Leighton. We were at first we were talking about just the Volvo build, but now we're talking about whatever. So
yeah, we're done with that. It's over.
We're done. Yeah,
over.
Yours now, buddy.
A week before.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
A week ago.
Where's my analytics button for this? What? So I got 1 subscriber off that last full length video. One.
Really?
And it's 127 views.
Okay.
I've got 9 hours of watch time off of it.
That's a good bit.
People watch 66% of it.
That's actually really good.
And it got YouTube recommended. 27.6% of the views are from YouTube recommendations.
Wow.
Yeah, but YouTube takes a lot of credit.
Yeah. Subscription feed, 17 views. Other, 20 views. Let's look at the graph. Can I look at the days? Where's the days? Since
Shout
published.
out to 113.
So in the last 7 days, it's gotten 15 views. 9 of which are from YouTube search. So I don't know who it's pushing it to, but
Yo, 113, check your Insta.
see what the impressions look like. Audience? Where do I
Message.
find impressions? There it
There
is.
you go.
So it's had 1,000 impressions, which is total crap. But it has a 9.2% impression click-through rate. See, I just wish they'd do the 40,000 impressions like they did with that live.
That's just still baffling to me.
Yeah, I
There you
figured
go,
out
Leighton.
after the fact why that live did as well as it did. I'm pretty sure. So
Leighton, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel.
27.3 from YouTube recommending your content.
Hey guys, do you guys know that Leighton had a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You didn't know Leighton had a YouTube channel?
I didn't know. Now I do.
Yeah,
Now I
man,
am.
he's been.
Yeah,
he's been on-
Big Block shouted him
been
out and
online.
said, "Go check him out." And
Yeah.
he's been
Oh
on
well,
live talking-
I guess I'm
talking
late
about-
to this party.
Talking about his Mopar.
Oh, he's a Mopar guy. Let me go unsubscribe real quick.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't care.
Yeah, 113.
I
You seen
do.
him?
Yep.
Give you a little shout out on there.
Oh,
On one of them.
Monster gave you a shout out. Now you're important.
I mean, that's how I get all my subs.
Yeah, me too.
On the.
So, Leighton,
What up?
Oh
What
no.
are we doing here?
How's the Mopar coming along?
I'm still waiting on Michael to bring it. We just between the rain and work, we just ain't had time.
I hear you.
Ain't got the time. I just need a video to get over 2,000 views. That'd be nice.
If you leave some of them up, especially like that, the one you just put back up, it will over time from YouTube search and stuff.
So I've had my Camaro burnout video up for a year now, over a year.
Yeah.
Still only at 2,200 views.
It's over 2,000 views. You got one over that. Sometimes I don't know. I can't explain. Sometimes they'll go crazy. Sometimes they won't do nothing.
But the weird part is, like, you
that's
go look up
Studebaker.
Camaro burnout stuff, and like they all get views, even for the shittiest Camaro burnout.
Sure.
Dude,
sure.
there's
But they
no
take time.
formula to it. There's no formula to it. The Studebaker video in one day got 3,000, and it's random.
That means somebody else somewhere posted a Studebaker video, and it related to yours.
No. I looked it up, and there was no other Studebaker video.
There is.
No. For that year and
Oh,
everything,
where'd Leighton go?
I was trying to find another video that I piggybacked off of, but I couldn't find it.
Leighton said, "Oh, fucking Studebaker, I'm gone.
Hmm.
I ain't listening to this bullshit."
So I'm just going to look up the most watched Camaro burnout video on YouTube, and then I'm just going to steal the title, and I'm going to put it in there and see what happens.
Because Harnett says because
It
Studebaker.
doesn't work, bro.
You know, one of my most watched videos every month is how to do a burnout, and it is not a great video on how to do a burnout.
No,
It
no,
was
it
more of a
isn't.
joke.
That one video of yours always gets recommended to me when you're in the green.
The Kia Soul.
Yeah, the Kia Soul.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have one with the thumbnail is you and your daughter standing next to each other, and that one
Yep.
constantly gets advertised to me.
Yeah, is that one too?
That's the one you put the title incorrect, didn't you, or something like that? You spelled Cletus differently.
maybe. I don't know.
I think it
Here's
was 'cause I
crazy
mentioned
Camaro burnout, 3.1 million views.
Yeah, but how
Steal
old
the
is it?
description? Let's steal everything.
How old is it?
Oh, it's old. It's 2006.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So I gotta get a newer one. That's what you're saying? 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago,
Well,
2 years
that
ago,
one may be the one you want to do. I'm just saying it's old.
16 years
Dang, Mike
ago.
said he had to be videos got 35,000 views. He usually only gets 40, 50 views.
2 years ago, 1 year ago, 91,000. 3 years ago. Oh, Scotty Kilmer telling me how you shouldn't do it at burnout.
Oh, Scotty, dude, I get so many people on all these stupid Facebook groups I'm part of, so I share my videos to. They'll be sharing other people will share his videos. Like, look at this guy. What this guy thinks about this. I'm like, no, quit. Don't ever share this again. This is bad.
Do you really
Quit
hate
giving
him? I
value.
know some people love him. I know some people hate him.
I've never seen any of his shit. I just know what you guys talk about.
I just know
I have
he's
watched him a
useless.
few times just to figure out what the heck, why he has so many millions of views, and I don't get it.
He's
I don't
loud.
understand it. I don't get it. I like sometimes I'm like, is he doing this ironically? Is he being serious? And like, is this a
I would hope
joke?
not. I think he's joking and doing it for views, but I might be wrong. He might be serious.
If he
like dead
thinks
serious.
the things he says, I don't know how anybody could be that man's friend.
He might be dead ass though. I mean,
I hope he's just trolling everybody, and everybody thinks he's factual, and he's just like, you're all a bunch of idiots. I hope
Jesse
that's
says
the
he's
thing.
funny. I would never describe him as funny.
Wreck your engine.
If you didn't know anything about cars, you would think he knew. He looks like he knows what he's talking about. Of course, he doesn't.
If you
but-
don't know anything about the car.
right?
He was a mechanic though, or something, wasn't he?
Okay.
Sure.
I was a mechanic too. What's that? Anybody
No,
can
no,
be a mechanic.
No. But I'm saying like he was a mechanic too, right? Wasn't he? Like, didn't he
said
like
he was.
specialize in something?
Yeah, Toyotas. I think he did.
Donkey
Yeah.
shows.
Or there you go. Yeah, Toyotas. I think. Yeah.
He was the fluffer.
The fluffer at the donkey show.
His accent is funny. Yeah, I'll give you that. He just yells at the camera a lot.
Yeah.
Obnoxious and annoying
Yeah.
and just ear-shatteringly awful. Maybe it's just like a weird form of torture for people. I don't know. Punching your junk while somebody fingers your butthole.
I'm gonna do a video of why you should not LS swap a Volvo.
There you go, dude. Hopefully, I help your algorithm a little bit right now.
Oh yeah.
He's like, what? What?
What?
What? Don't be talking to me like that, my friend. Don't do it. Don't.
Well, that is exciting.
You're not that kind of Indian. You shouldn't do that.
Oh.
I'm the one with the feather, not a dot.
Oh.
That's what you know. Actually, that's what. No. That's how I met somebody in school, and it was like, when I was a kid, I was like, "You're Indian?" I said, "What tribe are you?" They go, "No, my family's from India." And then they told me, "I'm the one with the dot. You're the one with the feather." I said, "Oh, okay." I got all excited.
I got all excited.
The problem is there's so many different religions in India.
Yeah.
That not all of them have a dot, obviously. But.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know that.
It's the most
you don't know
languages spoken in the world and the most religions in the world, all in India.
I think, what is it? I know very little about India. I think over there you're not allowed to chew gum on the street, right? And
It depends on what part of India. So
okay,
some of India is all Islam and stuff, and they have real strict laws. Some of India, you have to marry who they say you're going to marry. Some of India, whatever your dad did as a job is what you're going to do as a job.
It's a caste system.
So it all depends on what part of India you live in.
World's worst marrow burnout. Go the other way. Let's go the other way. We'll see.
Yeah,
I might sell it.
Yeah, hey, maybe.
Total destruction. There we go. Maybe it's because I change the name on this damn video like every month. I don't know.
Maybe. Probably not.
Don't think that helps anymore.
I'd rather be a rickshaw driver. Okay, Mike.
We back on rickshaws?
Rickshaw.
Mike was talking about being a rickshaw driver.
My name's Randy Rickshaw. You want to come down and see a rickshaw? I give you a ride like you never had.
I still haven't did my goofy dad video with the Volvo yet. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be funny, guys. I know you guys don't think it's gonna be funny, but it's gonna be funny.
Not.
Wasted. Are you on your phone or laptop?
I mean, whose dad these days drives a Volvo? Nobody.
Oh.
Nobody.
I'm sure somebody's does.
I mean, maybe in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, yeah.
Massachusetts, because the guy's dad that you bought the car from, he said he still has a Volvo and he's looking to get rid of it. He even offered to buy that one back. So
yeah, he could buy it back if he wants to. It won't be
cheap. It'd be a neat video, full circle.
Yeah. Oh, ways to check out the IG.
There was somebody at the car show that I was like, I'd trade this car for that.
What? What was he driving?
A Chevy Nomad.
Chevy Nomad.
I'm sure he wouldn't have traded, but I was like, I'd trade this car for that.
It's so true. I always reply.
Volvo.
Nothing, bro. Don't worry about it. You'll see about
Hey, look, there you go. His dad drives.
Oh, he won't. He won't see. He doesn't ever actually check his.
Hold on, you worked at a Volvo
chat?
dealership and your dad drives one?
Are we doing group chat stuff now?
What? That's not even a group chat.
Nope, that ain't nowhere.
What's the Volvo comedy picnic? Explain this to me, Jesse. That might be a good idea. What is that?
I was gonna say, anyone else hear that, or is that just me?
That's me. Sorry, I'll go back to mute.
Oh, is it rain in there?
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. It just we didn't know what it was.
It sounded like a broken mic, but as long as it's rain.
No, it's raining. It's right. A lot worse.
I didn't even know it was raining.
Yep, just started. About the time I went to mute.
What happened to Leighton? He just ducked out?
He dipped.
I
He
guess
left
so.
the thing.
I feel bad. I'm like,
You guys were like,
Monster
smoke
said,
you guys.
left.
Monster said something about that car, and he gone.
I
Yeah.
hate you Dodge hating pieces of shit.
Yeah. Talking about coming up there to the yard, and he's like, nope.
Hate all y'all.
Oh, now that we're giving people hard times about responding to comments, all of a sudden I'm getting responses. Weird.
Huh.
I respond to everybody's comment.
I
I
do
know.
too.
I usually do, but I was bad on my last video.
I get
it's not-
kind of overrun by it and then ignore it for a long time.
Look, Harnett said all of his family drives a Volvo.
Hey,
Except for
doesn't
his brother
Cletus,
drives a Tacoma.
Cletus, check your check your what is it? Your notifications on YouTube.
On YouTube's.
I don't know if it'll update for you or not, but
Boom,
it may not.
boom.
If it doesn't, it's YouTube's fault.
It would be like Zelpin, but I think I'm watching the thermostat video for like the 7th time already.
I see. I got a reply from 113. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, sweet! Look, I can actually like message back to people that don't like us anymore.
Cletus, if you noticed,
Oh,
that
really?
reply to you
Thanks
was
for
like,
watching, bud. Or no, thanks for the support.
Who
good
unblocked?
Hey, I was
No,
man, I
no,
was just gonna
they're old messages I never responded back to. So now the video's back up.
Oh, I see what you're
Hey,
saying.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but since we're on here and I kind of don't give a shit, yo, did y'all see like the videos of them like making fun of like the LS and the build
I
and
don't know
all
what you're
that?
talking about.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Just
Couldn't
wondering.
care less.
Oh,
Good for them. I'm glad they make stellar
Was it-
content with their banger knowledge of beautiful video making skills.
well, you know, the one thing I will say about them, they do reply to every comment.
Oh,
Well, that's good for them. They need that because that's how you retain people at that low of a level.
Oh.
so
Well, I
I
still
do
don't know
have
what you're talking about, so it's all good.
on
Don't worry about it.
Was it just lives they were talking about?
Oh no, I mean it's still up. It's there. You know.
Oh,
I
and
don't-
then,
I'm
I don't look
I'm not
at their
giving
stuff,
it a
so-
click.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
know.
Wouldn't know.
yeah, it could. For some reason, I was still getting like recommended, and I was like, already unsubbed. What the hell?
Yeah, I was getting recommendations for certain people's community comments too, and I was like, stop showing
Same
me
here.
this shit.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I just had to click not interested multiple times.
Yep.
Oh,
Jesse,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure I'll
yeah.
do something Lampoon's Vacation style.
I'm gonna put a body on the
But
roof.
I am going to
Got an
be
8 you don't like.
traveling. with
Grandma
this
on
thing,
the
so-
roof.
Ash, you got an 8 you don't like? Toss her up there. Put a dog leash on it.
Boom.
He probably kept up for as long as he could.
Little guy ran his heart out. Oh, god damn it.
Harness Garage, when you going to fly in and come fix this Volvo, bro?
You don't know nothing about it. Ain't no Volvo no more.
Well,
I was
it's
gonna
still
say,
got to get
yeah.
the headlights going. We still,
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'm sure he could do it. I believe in him.
Sway bar.
Don't listen to him, Harnett. I believe you. I believe in you, man.
Oh, I believe in him. He got some great information for the build. It was awesome to have
Sure.
him.
Yeah,
Watching the live
seriously. It
comments
really
and
was
stuff.
why he was in there.
Yeah,
That worked
we
out
really
well.
appreciated that
Oh,
little
he
stop
might
and
be able to
door
tell me how to
thing.
fix the headlights, too. Hey, Harnett, the headlights, the bright lights work when you pull it, but they won't stay on. But the headlights won't come on, or the fog lights either. So, are you going to drag race the Volvo? I'm not going to race it, Mike's, but I know somebody will drive it down the track at No Names Nationals.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We'll get it a time slip.
Yep.
When I get my passport renewed, there you go. There you go.
Where is he?
Canada.
Oh, I guess I didn't
Canada, yeah.
remember that. Sorry. Get a bunch of
Yep.
Canadian candy in my fridge.
Candy in your fridge? You still
Yeah,
got that bag,
well-
half bag of ice?
Yeah, I can get it out.
Oh no, my bad.
No big deal. I could break it up, but I didn't really. I was like, "What is this?"
You
And
know,
I
I still
realized-
got ice from the car show.
Do you really?
Yeah, still ice in that thermos thing or whatever.
That thing worked better than your cooler did. Oh wait, we kept opening the cooler every 3 seconds. So.
And we kept putting
Headlight
lots of different soda.
Look at you replying to people now.
Headlight relay or headlight switch? Yeah, that's where I was going with Harnets. Is the switch? I'm going to check first, and then I'll check. Well, I think we've already checked the relay, but I might be. Oh no, actually,
no, we
that
didn't.
relay's in the underneath in the center console. Or
He's a
something.
day late and $1 short.
No, isn't that the one in the under the hood that I mentioned? There was no relay there. There is one that says headlight dim something or other.
Yeah,
but
that's blank. But when you look at the wiring schematic, it actually goes to the relays to go underneath where the radio is. That I don't have the cover on there right now.
Gotcha. Huh.
Would have been interesting to know the pre-swap time.
I mean,
pre-swap time was 0 mics because the car would not move on its own power.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure somebody's got a run on that car.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I'm interested to see what it would do now, though. I'm gonna say, and what's that track down there? It's 8th mile.
At Sykeston?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8
mile. Yes.
8th mile. I'm gonna say 16 seconds.
In the 8th mile?
In an 8th mile?
Yeah.
I could run that.
I'm just kidding, guys. God, it's under the radio. Should be double relay. Yeah. That's the one I was looking at on the schematic. Harnets. Yep. Headlights can't handle.
It's gonna be a long night, bro.
That's right.
A long night.
All I gotta do is select Monster Rust comments in the drop down, just hit delete. I mean, that's all I got.
Bro, don't be like
that. Monster, are you doing like every video?
I went through a good couple. Just let
I
them
saw
they're gonna be so random. I'm just saying, yeah, go check out Wasted Talent Fabrication. He actually replies.
So somebody actually posted earlier about the 0 to 60 time for the Volvo.
Comments gonna probably
it's like 15 something. I actually saw it at 16 something here.
Oh my god,
it's faster than a stock Volvo. Jesse, I can't say I'll guarantee it. I'm almost positive it's faster than that stock Volvo for sure.
Oh yeah.
Which was 0 to 60,
more horsepower,
or 16.5.
It's like we were saying earlier. It's faster than the motor. It's faster than the car it came out of, and it's faster than the car it went into.
Yep, correct.
Because it's the same power with a lighter car, and then more power.
Because I've not only have I driven plenty of Yukons, but I drove that Yukon Denali. And then I drove. It is faster than that Yukon Denali it came out of for sure.
Yeah, and that's when it's not even running great.
Exactly.
It's still learning.
Still learning. It's going to take a little bit. I think this that vacuum thing is going to help a lot.
The map sensor will definitely help.
It has to be faster than the car with stock. Yeah, I'm sure.
You're replying to comments I replied to saying that. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Oh, I did.
Frankly, you get so much you didn't even notice it.
Yeah,
the trolling is real.
Dang, we just dropped a 5.
It's engagement, man.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Y'all making everybody mad, I guess.
His
Everyone
videos
loves
are
it.
gonna just.
I don't care.
No. Pretty much all the people they all know. Everybody's friends.
They might not anymore.
Yeah.
You're gonna have people commenting to me going, "What's wrong with Monster?" I'll be like, "I don't know."
Yeah, man, I'm trying to blow up 113 and Wasted.
I'm not getting any notifications that I'm getting it.
I'm not getting any notifications at all that anything's even happening. So it just must be notifying the people that commented.
It didn't notify me at all.
Nah, it's only on two videos. That's it. The thermostat one and Volvo build day 1 or 2, one of the two.
That's not my video. So
Volvo
No,
build day.
your Volvo. Your Volvo. I just said the Volvo. Whenever you were popping out of the hood and crap,
Popping out of the crap.
I mean, I didn't crap while popping on a no hood, so.
What's
maybe.
Johnny Depp's wife or ex-wife taking a shit on the bed?
Oh Jesus!
I don't pay attention to that.
Good response there.
You know, the Hadron Collider started back up, and
I saw
they're
that.
trying to check like the fifth dimensional effect or some shit. Because, yeah, nobody gets to know about that stuff because Johnny Depp is important.
Yeah,
Right.
I knew about it.
I didn't even know they shut that stupid thing down. But all right, boys, I'm gonna call it. I'm
Been
gonna
shut down for
get
years.
out of this garage.
Yeah, somehow we're down to 2 viewers, which doesn't make sense, but that's okay. Because there's like 3 people chatting in the comments, but that's okay. We're gonna all shut it down here, boys. So.
They were like, "Well, I don't know what's going on here, but we're out of here."
Yeah, really
that's
got
fine.
lost
We're all
down here.
seeming side occupied at this point, so.
Yeah, exactly. We're not actually paying attention
Yeah.
to it.
So
Way to
for
really
everybody
ruin the
watching
live,
this later,
guys. Woo!
Yeah,
for the 1 to 2 people who are watching this later, appreciate it. For everybody, for 3 people that are in the chat now, appreciate you watching. And I don't know when anybody will. Mike says 1. I don't know when anybody will. Any of these guys up here on the screen will be having another live or be in another live. But keep a lookout for some Volvo videos and of course the regular videos. So.
Yep.
Pop up live.
Or pop-up lives. I don't know. I mean, somebody
We'll
might
see.
do one.
yeah. You never know.
Anyway,
But-
yep, Jesse's back. Okay, cool.
Had
Now,
no comment.
I appreciate all you guys in the chat and all the guys that were here before and all the guys that are whoever watches later. And bye.